Hello and good evening, everybody. So happy we are starting now. We still have players to join the lobby. I think one more player actually needs to join the lobby, and we should be going. I do want to say hello there, Baron von Ashes. Welcome, sir. Bonsoir, monsieur. And I gotta mention, we do have Lege actually starting up his stream because we got Lege in the lobby. And Voltaire, good evening, ma'am, and welcome. Crispy Easy. Hello there, sir. How are you doing? We got Elephant Guy in the house telling us a few things over here. It's vulnerable to sieves like Cree and Kongo early game. It's greedy and generally not worth the payout as a generic sieve that usually fails to deliver a real condition like Russia. Talking about what was that? It's a good sieve with GCC bonus like what are you talking about here? What is this? What is this? Oh, Muhteshem. You're talking about Muhteshem. I see how it is. Well, Lechevre Cosmic, good evening, sir, and welcome. And indeed, I will actually solo this one tonight. Sandorius, buonasera, domnule. Good evening, sir, and welcome. We did have Kathy Anthony in the house. Hello there. Oh, let me see. Rafifi also, bonsoir, monsieur, bienvenue. Star Spanky, bună seara, domnule, și bine ai venit. Xaipong, good evening, sir, and welcome back to the stream. Granaries before monuments. Yes, I think Maya it will be automatically banned. And we are seeing this over here. Okay, yes. Just give me a sec. There we go. They're talking about it. I don't need to write anything. Okay. So I think everybody's in the correct slot right now. Let me actually double check so we don't encounter problems. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Khornie, Rage, TaskForceFish, and a ban showing up for a change of circumstance. On the other side, it looks like we got Romrom, Lege, Sprig, and Phyrsos showing up for Team Ulyss. We'll see what happens over here, and we'll go like this. I don't think actually you can send deals, but anyway, should be fine. I'm gonna click on the launch button. We got a map pool choices, continents and islands, inland sea, Pangea, primordial 7 seas, Terra map, and the highlands. Of course, Terra map is a stand-in for Pangea classic ridges. Again, I will reiterate, Maya is auto-banned right now in the tournament, along with all of the other bans that we have on the civilizations. The CPL Premier League has quite a few actually banned over there, including Mali, Maori. We did have Babylon banned, and I believe the new the new Egypts, both of them, Ptolemy something Cleopatra and Ramses. Now, we also have, in addition to that, Maya, because it caused quite a few issues. Also going up in the chat over here, good evening, Tito's, and welcome, sir, Yorkshire Brit. Good evening indeed. We got also White and Nerdy in the house. Big shout out to the man over here. Let me actually see if I can do this. White and Nerdy, thank you very much, man, for everything, for the support and everything. Hope you enjoyed the show tonight. Now, also Design Flow, good evening, sir, picking up that first promotion, man. Oh man, a big shout out. And Natro, good evening, sir, and welcome. Why are the new Egypt's banned, you say? As far as I understand, they weren't tested properly, and they weren't also changed by BBG entirely. So at the moment, we're still waiting for the community to have some playtime with them and see if they are okay or not with, of course, how they are right now. Kraken, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you, sir. Gecko Beaver, good evening, sir. Good evening. So now we are starting to fly in the map here. It is gonna be Pangea standard ridges, so we're gonna have quite a few chokes on the map there, but still the players will probably have the opportunity to go against each other. Let me actually click over here on the caster map and actually put this as Pangea. There we go. So in the Premier League, this would be the 5th game. As far as I've seen, I was checking out the website here and taking a look at the leaderboards over there. So far as I've seen, let me actually see if I can quickly put it up on the screen so you guys can see what I see. Really quickly, we're gonna go through this, and then we're coming back to the bans there. So at the moment, both Change of Circumstance and Ulyss still have quite a few games to play. The one game that Change of Circumstance did manage to play, they did manage to win. So we're gonna see if today they're gonna have actually the second win or the first loss. Ulyss is on the third place with 4 games played, 3 wins and 1 loss. And if we take a look at the bracket over here, this is the game from round 5. Actually, we don't really require the teams to play it in order, but we do require them to be at a certain point in time with all of their games played. So we do take a look right now in the active ban phase. We do have Cree taken out first. It looks like a goal coming up second. Zulu is going to be on the third ban, and then Mbande is going to be on the fourth one. I gotta say, man, we got a lot more bans on Kongo, and it does feel like only natural to see if they're gonna try out some big Kongo plays over here. We still have the other Kongo, Movember Zinga, available to be played. And will they ban it? Will they pick it? There's still Basil also available to be picked here, and quite a few strong civilizations. They only have one single ban to go for, and I do have to point out Japan was the 5th one chosen not to be a part of the game here. Now, looking at what's going on over here, Romrom is going to have this choice, and of course, I do have to wait a little bit to see what he's going to choose. Oh my god. Baraklov, who is supposed to be the second spectator, is just going to be AI. It's just AI. That's it. We usually use this to balance out the Congress. The AI will most surely vote A, and I'm going to vote B. It's like 95-99% of the time it's going to vote A. So I'm just gonna balance out the option. Last ban over here, we do have Spain coming up as the choice. So it looks like they left both in. Both Basil and Movember Adzinga is gonna be available to be picked, to be chosen. Oh, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Well, we do have the CEO of City Parks over here that really enjoys to go for the plays, the amenity plays, and we've seen him last time do very well with his choices and with those city parks. I think he played Movember, if I'm not mistaken. Mubande last time. So it is the one beginning band here, and it looks like today he's gonna go for Yongle. Now Yongle has been played by Khornie, if I'm not, was it Khornie or Rage? Oh my god, yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but it was still on the same team over here. They started playing Yongle a lot more. It looks like they did first pick it here. They didn't ban it, they first picked it. And from what I understand, how to say, the extra benefits that you get after the 10th population on Yongle did get nerfed quite a bit. So we're gonna need to see if it is still gonna be up to the challenge of withstanding all of the other civilizations, but I think so. And oh my, we got Robert the Bruce showing up over here. That might have been an oversight. You can actually check it out on new BBG. This is the command. You have all of the changes over there. I believe they went down to 0.3 or something like that per or 0.5 per population. I'm not really sure, so don't count me on that. I can actually put it up myself over here, so I can click on buttons and Control F. Robert the Bruce, of course, with the extra amenities, will be quite something good that we need to take a look at. He has been left all alone in the cold for a lot of the CWC, the other tournaments, for like, I believe, more than 6 months. Nobody wanted to play him, even though, oh man, if you do manage to get those amenities, it is so good with the Happy Citizens series, giving you an additional plus 5% science and plus 5% production. Then you can get ecstatic citizens. Oh my god, double those amounts and so on and so forth. So especially right now with and the buff that they did to the golf course available earlier, but with only one amenity, with another one coming up later on in the Civic tree. You can imagine. Yay! It is amazing. Let me actually take a quick look on Yongle. So it was reduced to 0.5 and 0.3. That's so I was remembering actually both of them. So it's 0.5 for the science and 0.3 for the culture, for the population, and gold per pop is reduced to 1 from 2. So actually it did get quite a bit of a nerf over there. I'm a lurker, leave me alone. Thank you so much for the follow, sir, but I gotta say at least hello and thank you. We got you called, yeah. Let's see. I'm curious to see how he'll play. Yeah, 012.6. Hello there, sir. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. And yes, I am actually very curious to see how they're gonna play this. It looks like we do have another China here. This time it is gonna be Kublai, China, Yongle, and China. Is this gonna be the theme of tonight's game? On the other side, we do have Hungary and Scotland on going against the Chinas. Okay, I mean, let's see when we're gonna have a full game of English leaders, you know, like a full game of German leaders, a full game of American leaders, and so on and so forth. Oh yes, oh man, we're getting there. So I gotta say, if we would have if Finaxis would have actually delayed a little bit all of their Civ 7 plans and get us another leader pass, we would have had all of those leaders over there. We could have seen the games. But anyway, I'm pretty sure everybody is excited for Civ 7. We want to see what's going on over there, how they're going to try to get us the new mechanics, try to evolve, of course, everything in their games, see how they can get a bit of history, some bit of multiplayer over there, some bit of design, not to mention those awesome graphics that they like to do. All China team, all China, yeah, full coupe game, yes, exactly, right. Well, we do have two more bands here. It looks like Vietnam coming up as the 7th choice. Rome is gonna be on the 8th one, and I gotta see, Baragov is saying Civ 6 is so good they just can't reach that level again. Man, that's actually good feedback. That is very good feedback. But come on, man, I mean, there's always room for improvement, I gotta say, right? Oh, they took out Zetian over here. Not gonna be available for the players to pick from. It looks like it went out in the 9th one, while we do have one more choice to go for. We'll see what they wanna do it. What they wanna do. What do they wanna do? One last remaining choice. I gotta say, there might not be actually somebody in this lobby that actually wants to play something like Basil, even though, oh man, it would be amazing to see it if it gets through. We do have Victoria taken down, and Sprig is gonna immediately choose Simon Bolivar. We've actually seen him play, or I should say, we've seen Ulyss play it in the training game they had this weekend on a Saturday. So it did actually do quite well over that. I can't really say he did amazingly well. He managed to take a city from his opponent, but couldn't actually manage to take out entirely his opponent. But I gotta say, you know, we gotta give him the how to say, we gotta give him we gotta admit that he did manage to kind of erase his opponent out of the game over there. It was very hard for Hungary to come back. Khornie is gonna go for Lotaro. He's gonna get the Mapuche leader, and we're gonna need to see also how he's gonna try to develop everything. Rage, it looks like he's the last one to pick from a change of circumstance, and we do have still quite a few leaders available for right for the picking over here with very good bonuses. I can't really say TaskForceFish at the moment picked his Civ. I don't see him on either of these civilizations. Like, I don't see him on Lotaro, I don't see him on Kublai Khan China, I don't see him on Yongle. I feel like all of those civilizations are already chosen for his teammates and not for him. So the choice that Rage will do here, I fear like it will be on TaskForceFish to choose from. He is a very big fan of Cree, very big fan of Zulu, very big fan of Rome. It kind of feels like they did kind of target ban him, even though of course all of those civilizations are good anyway. They don't need the fish magic. Movember Azinga. Oh, do you believe in the true Zinga? Do you believe in the true Zinga? Movember with his big stick is gonna come out to play tonight. We got the Rage showing up here as the last choice for change of circumstance to actually go for something amazing. Phyrsos is gonna have the next the last pick. He's gonna actually need to choose something for Ulyss. And also, Migman, good evening, good evening. It's gonna be in CCC 10, the all coupe game. Yes, it is gonna be in the CCC 10, the all coupe game. Oh my god, it's always amazing to see it. It's so much destruction everywhere. Everybody goes against everybody. It's from the beginning, inland sea galore over there, trying to get as quickly as possible to somewhere. Wow, they went for Peter. I'm not sure this is exactly what they needed to do, but I guess we're gonna need to see. Peter, of course, can actually do quite well when it comes to how to say when it comes to. Oh wait, I need to check on standard, right? I need to click on standard. There we go. So new, this is Pangea standard ridges, not classic ridges. Spawn guaranteed. Resources are on standard. Okay, it should be fine. They need a culture civilization against Kongo. Yeah, but is Peter the one? The chosen one? That's the question. Like, is he the chosen one? We're gonna have to wait and see. I do have to put. There we go. I know TaskForceFish really likes his blue color, but he's gonna have competition over here. Fish is gonna be on Movember Azinga. Okay. We got the fish on Movember Azinga. Okay, so I was thinking, like, I didn't see him on any of those other choices over there. Khornie, Yongle, we got Ben on Lotaro, Rage in Kublai Khan, China. Okay, and it looks like, of course, they are starting to ready up, and we are gonna go in the first map. Make a prediction, Scotland. I mean, oh my god, honestly, how many remaps? Let's go for 5 minutes and let's start up the prediction. We do have them with a viable option, with an option to go for a remap token at turn 8. We're gonna have to pause the game then, and I do hope I'm actually gonna remember. Wink, wink. At that moment, we're going to need to see if the players will think it is good enough for them to actually, I would say, play that map or use the remap token. They have one remap token per each team, and we're going to need to see who's going to use it. What are Yongle's bonuses in the new BBG? It's basically the same as before, but we do have the half, you do have 0.5 science per population, 0.3 culture per population, and 1 gold per population instead of 2 gold per population after the 10th pop in your city. Legion Scotland, I am not surprised. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised. I gotta say, you know, I was thinking we might actually see something like, you know, again, Russia, Leech playing Russia or something somewhere in a corner, but it looks like this time Romrom is gonna play it. I think he got a little bit bored of, you know, Canada, Russia being in the tundra, cold over there, you know, it's freezing, man. So yeah, probably he wants to be in a little bit, you know, in the middle of the map over there. Not like he's a good simmer. Yeah, exactly, right? Very good simmer, there. Okay, so let me actually sip a little bit of coffee here. Oh my god. Is it standard or classic? Yeah. Classic ridges. It's standard, sorry, standard ridges. It's Pangea standard ridges. I just realized something, by the way. I do need to go do something really quickly. Oh man, I realized today that I actually went for how to say the sweater I got from Twitch, right? From the TwitchCon. And I totally forgot to keep it on. And they have something like that. You shouldn't impersonate people from Twitch and so on. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So it's very good though. It's very good merchandise, man. If you have the chance to go to TwitchCon, definitely get one of those sweaters. It's amazing. Teacher left the class. Man, it's like in 5. Anybody remember the artist? 5, the band. Also, bonsoir, Kornorov, bienvenue. Let's go through the bands. Let's go through every civilization here and see what's going on. We do have China, Khornie, with an option to go for the incest or just stay in place. We do have still BCY on, so we'll see what happens. He will get a 3-1 base if he settles in place, or a 2-2 on the hills. It's only capitals though, so it is what it is. We do have the mountains to the southeast, and yeah, there we go. Incense is gonna be his choice. 3-1-1. He's gonna get a faith point every turn. He's gonna get the 1-3 production here from Chengdu, and of course we do need to see what he's gonna do with his land. This is Kublai, China, or this is no, this is actually Yongle. This is Yongle. Okay, Yongle has quite a bit of land to develop his empire, and one tile chokes to the south to defend against Gran Colombia. He might not actually be that incentivized to go over these mountains to the south with Sprig so close to him, and I'm pretty sure Sprig is gonna try to get this instant style over here. Put his feet in the door here to keep China from ever getting closer to him. Well, we do need to see next up. Bogota is on a 3-1 base of his own, of course, flat tile. Then I do see he has 2-2s around his cities. I do have to the northeast cattle tiles there, and I do have to say on the southwest there are quite a few rivers that he could benefit from the fresh water. Now we do need to see also if he has another target to go against. Yeah, he does. China in the sun. Oh my god. Mount Roraima second settle for China. Kublai, China over here. Oh man, he can actually settle 2 cities on fresh water next to this lake over here. Now he's gonna get to build even boats out of those cities if he wants to. He's gonna be so happy. He does have the city on the copper tile with a possible 2-2-2-1-1 and multiple other good tiles to work over there. He might need to spend some gold to actually get the biggest tile of them all, the 2-2-3-3 here. Yeah, it is what it is. Also, standard, why do city centers have the free food? It's the better city yields in the capital. It's kind of a it's a extended mod option that they wanted to go for. Well, not all of us, but some did want to go for. Okay, next up we do have Kongo in the middle of the map. This is usually how Kongo spawns over here, with Scotland in the north. To the east side he's gonna have Hungary, and it does seem like to the southwest he's gonna have somebody to trade with. This is good, having someone to trade with. Also, Ben is going to be to the northeast, so he's not really alone over here, even though multiple times we've seen how Kongo is faced with multiple civilizations to go against. I actually got to play with 1 versus 4 at some point, because yeah, that's just how it spawned. It is what it is. Now we do have Alpha getting scouts out. I do see 2-2 base. He's gonna be near a volcano, which is active right now. Amazing campus over here to the north of his capital. He's gonna have a +5 and could easily go for campus technology. We do see him, yeah, going pottery and going for how to say, yeah, campuses. In the north, Scotland is gonna be very close to Russia. They're gonna get to trade with each other on the seas on the west side. Pretty sure that they're gonna set that up at some point. We do have Sterling also with continent split? No. Well, I guess it is a continent split, and it's not a continent split. As in, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be he's not gonna want to be that close to Congo, especially with the units of Congo. Man, they're so hard to defeat over there. But he is gonna at least benefit from the amenities of his allies and so on and so forth. Since, of course, Bogota, for example, is on another continent. and Gulumapu might get some resources from here, from the southeast, and try to send them to. Actually, not that one. It's Buddhist. It's Buddha, right? It's Phyrsos with the extra amenities, and yeah, he's gonna be on a third continent. Very very nice from him. They actually have quite a diverse pool of amenities that they can send to Scotland, so he can get big and strong. Okay. Russia in the north does have a 3-1 base, multiple tiles of copper mines that he could go and settle. I can't really say he's gonna have more copper other than this. Only one tile that I can see on the west side there, and some amber. So okay, maybe religious idols might be a thing here, even though since he doesn't have Goddess of the Hunt, yeah, I guess that's the only choice, right? There might be an option for Dance of the Aurora, but I don't see that many tiles that are amazing when it comes to like the face generation that you get there. So yeah, maybe Religious Idols is gonna be Russia's choice here. We do have to talk about Lotaro here with 3 turns for a settler. He has Yongle to go against. They did not meet each other. They don't know they are so close to each other. There's a river that actually connects the two empires, and we're gonna need to see if they're actually gonna go for it. A second city possible on the gypsum tile, and I do see he can go south quite easily between the mountains. He's gonna have quite a few of these breathtaking tiles to settle his Shemamuls, which are actually quite good right now. They got a buff with an extra production point, a civil service if my memory serves me right, but if not, actually you can check out the BBG changes, exclamation mark new BBG, and you're gonna see them there. Next up, we do have Buddha with a 2-4 deer tile. Oh my god, Abu strikes again. Oh, Abu, what did you do? Wait, this is Habub, right? This is Habub. This is Habub. Okay, so this should be a multiplayer helper. Remap foot. Okay. My god, Habub, man. Habub is amazing. Habub, look at the 2-4 deer tile. He's amazing. He's such a good pal here. Yeah, continent split on Kongo for sure. Devastating. Oh, yeah, it's the other Kongo. Yeah. +5 campus on Kongo. Amazing. Yes, indeed. Ice Wine on Russia. Pauline. Where is Pauline? Pauline, where are you? I don't know, Nutrition Intense. I don't know. I saw her a few days ago, but I don't know where she is right now. I was also asking how to say Barsake and about how to say the hidden cup. Where is the hidden cup? We need more hidden cup in our lives, you know. I can't replace her with a beautiful voice. Yes, yes. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be a remap over here by Ulyss. We do need to wait for the turn to roll over, and I'm gonna click on the confirm button right after we enter into turn 9. Okay, Ulyss went for the remap. Really curious. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna need to wait and see what they want to do. Shinju Jigs, good evening, sir. Pauline is the co-caster that helped me cast, and with a beautiful voice, of course, that helped me cast through the hidden caps. She did amazingly well going through all of the hidden caps over there. COC lost that Mount Roraima spawn. I know, right? They did not see it. They might have looked at the error score over there and seen, oh, so much error score on somebody. They must have something juicy. No, that can't be. Take it out. Take it out. Delete. New map. Wait, what is this? What is this? What is this map? What is this map? I don't know what this can bug the game. What's the new bug? It's a piranha eating another fish. Yeah, looks like. Man, another bug? Oh my god. What's this bug? And why are they at war on the new map? Oh my god. They actually see each other now? Relobby. Are they at war or are they not at war? I have no idea. I don't know if can I see it? I think I should be able to see this. They don't see each other. Oh, they're at war, but they don't see each other? This is so confusing. I mean, I guess we can load in turn 1. What, 8 or something? Oh, man. Anyway, I'm not even sure if they want to keep this. This is such a weird map, by the way. This is such a weird map generation. Do we have them? No. The others don't see their opponents either. Yeah, the map is yeah, the map is good. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's it's definitely something. Did Scotland get buffed? I haven't seen them in forever. Well, they kind of got buffed. Yes, with a unique improvement getting, I would say, faster, and I believe you to get an extra movement point on your civilian units. So yeah, you can call it quite a buff over there. China has some amazing land, by the way. With 2 of these reef turtles next to his capital, he's gonna have the +4, and of course get it to a +5 if he gets something like a harbor. Then I do see he's gonna benefit from stone tiles, 2-2 base with multiple other 2-2s and a decent amount of coast to go for. Not really a naval, how to say, a naval map, naval civilization, but he can go for it. And this is Rage. This is Kublai Khan China. Oh my God, both Chinas on the same sea. What? They get to trade with each other? Okay. Well, I guess the other China, Yongle over here, is gonna have a bit of a challenge. He does have Mapuche in the south. To how to say, split this territory up. Mapuche is gonna have a target of his own. He can go against Hungary here to the east side, where he does have +6 campus in the capital here, with multiple other ones that can be placed next to these geothermal fissures. We do have a continent split here from the west to the east. And it does seem like Phyrsos is gonna need to get his groove on. The man is gonna need to cream himself up because Mapuche is coming. He needs to be protected against all of those Lotano units. I'm pretty sure Ben is gonna try to go against him and take him out from an early stage of the game, or relatively early. Ben is also saying that he will need a break in about 45 minutes to let his dog out quickly. On Chengdu, I can't really say there's a lot of things to say on Chengdu, by the way. He's gonna have fresh water. He does have a reef fish over here to the northwest, and I do see 2 deer tiles in the capital. There is some spices over here that he will settle to the southwest. I do see a 3-1, 2 3-1s, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to settle that 2-foot tile. He has another tile here that he could get some benefits from, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna settle at least another city on the coast to the west towards China. That is about it. Like he has a bit of coast to the southeast, not a lot of land to develop his cities unless they take out Hungary here. Now we do have next up to talk a little bit about Hungary. He has a 3-1 base and multiple 2-2s to work, and I do see he's gonna need to forward settle Mapuche. Not really ideal situation for him to go for. He could try to settle to the south over here to be a little bit out of the way of Mapuche, but I don't think that's actually gonna help that much. He needs to try to prepare his defense much faster than his opponent can actually come at him. I can't really say we have city-states for Hungary to actually make use of, so he can try to pokey Mapuche over here into submission, and I'm pretty sure Ben is gonna know that quite quickly. And we do have the next up Scotland with Pamukkale. Oh my God, Wait, isn't Pamukkale giving you more amenities to entertainment complexes or something? I'm pretty sure there's something with related to amenities that I remember from Pamukkale. Pamukkale entertainment complex provides an extra amenity if adjacent to Pamukkale. Oh my god, man. Like, it's not enough that they buffed Scotland. He needs to spawn next to Pamukkale also. What? Oh my god, man. Oh my god. Anyway, we do have a scout coming up from Sterling over here. And it does seem like, okay. We got quite a bit of fresh water for him to go for to the north. Of course, Pamukkale will provide him the fresh water here. And gotta say, he can actually put some coastal trade routes with his allies. To the southeast, we do have Sprigs, southeast of, directly southeast of Scotland, where there is also TaskForceFish over here. Yeah, they just noticed they are at war. Yeah. Well, I have no idea what the... Oh, I see. I see what happened over there. Sprig declared war after the remap, and because of that, they are at war right now. So this map might be an auto remap. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Really, can you imagine what's going on right now through Lege's mind? He has Pamukkale, he has Scotland, and he has a relic, and he might need to give this up to a remap. Oh my god, I cannot imagine, man. Like, at this point, the level of, how to say, stress over there is unbelievable. I I we can't see the entire chat. I mean, there's not much over here. It's just good job. That's it. There we go. We yelled at him already. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god. Spoon also, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yeah. Oh, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. To the north, we do have a Romrom, St. Petersburg, coming up with the 1-3s. Deer tiles, he has a 3-1-1 fish. 3-1-1 fish in the capital. This is going to be so good, by the way, for his development. With 2 deer tiles, 3 deer tiles, Temple of Artemis, and 3 fish. Fish is going to have so much population growth in his capital city. He's gonna also have a decent amount of talent to develop towards La Venta, a faith city state to benefit from over here to the east side. Pretty good. And I gotta mention this. Kongo. Kongo next to Gran, Colombia. This is gonna be the fight of the year over here. Kongo versus Gran Colombia from the beginning of the game. The fish going against Sprig. Oh yes, we got an awesome development over here coming up. Bogota is next to a 2-3 deer tile. He has a 3-1 base with more silk to develop over here to the southeast. He can't easily settle Kongo, but Kongo can do that. I can see, of course, both are getting the settlers going, and we're gonna need to see where they're gonna get those out. Kongo just got a free scout right before he got his settler and a builder. Very nice for the fish over here. He's gonna get those going. We do need to see if we're gonna have remap. I gotta mention, last time we had Ulyss taking a remap. So now change of circumstance needs to figure out if they want to remap this or not. There still are 3 of them on the western side of the map with quite a big continent over here. They can go quite fast to go against Hungary, but they don't know where Hungary is at the moment. We did have Kongo all alone on the east side, but come on, it's the fish. It's the fish, man. Like, he's definitely gonna be quite good to attack into Gran Colombia if he needs to. There's a bit of Sad story though, and that's something that I don't know if I can check or not. The second you declare war on, you see all of the other civilizations, and you get also the visibility points, which is very important. The extra era scores points at the beginning might actually mean the difference between you getting a golden age and you not getting that golden age. So I'm not sure if they actually got this, but you can see over here, for example, on Khornie, that's like, oh, wait, we might actually not get to see this information here. You know, some of them have like 4 total score. Oh, that's me. 7 total scores, 10 total score, 10, 10, 10, 10, 12 total score. Oh, okay. I'm very curious if this is the case, if that's gonna be the case. Okay, so this is the 10, this is 10-8. Yeah, it might become a problem at some point. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Kind of surrounded. Oh, kind of surrounded by 4 city states. I mean, if Hungary actually survives, right? That's a must-have. Hungary needs to survive, but yeah, that can become quickly a big problem over here. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to take Granada so he can get those coastal trade routes with China there. That might make so much of an economy for him. Okay, so let me pause the game here, and we're gonna need to see if they want to remap this. Remap vote. One team has the remap vote right now. It is change of circumstance. Ulyss used the remap tokens in the previous ones. Unknown reasons. We're gonna need to ask them post game chat there and to see what they thought of that previous map and so on. And I gotta say, I'm pretty sure right now Lege is so frustrated with what is going on. He has no control over this. He has amazing Pamukkale, he got a relic, he has Scotland, and he also got goddess of Earth goddess as a pantheon from the beginning of the game. Can you imagine what's going on right now? I'm just like, no, he got his candy and somebody's about to take that candy away from him. Is it happening? What is COC gonna do? Remap! They're gonna take it away! They're gonna take it away from him! Both teams use the remap tokens over here, and change of circumstance is gonna take away this awesomeness. Biggest spawns of them all from Scotland. Oh my god. He pressed Nay so fast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. And you can see the frustration probably on his face right now. Oh no. He's probably going for a drink, you know. Just go to the balcony, bro. It's fine. Copium. Yeah, Mindblow 33. Good evening, sir.
You have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization.
Trojan Man, also good evening, sir. Does Lege have a build order that doesn't evolve holy sites? I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, he did, man. Anyway, we got everybody resyncing to the new map now. Hopefully it's gonna be fine, and we're gonna see this. Wait. Okay, guys. Is this a stereo with handles? Is this a boombox? I think boombox is called, right? It has the little antenna in the middle with the handles on the left and the right side. And this is a lot of land. Yeah, a Steam Deck. This is a Steam. Oh my god, man. They got okay. I'm pretty sure. Okay, there was some mischief over here happening. This is a hidden commercial for the Steam Deck. An Xbox controller, yeah. With the wire coming out over there on top. Well, we do have everybody loading in. Let me actually take a look over here. Let me pause, and we're going to need to see where Mount Roraima is. Mount Roraima to the northwest of Hattusa is not actually near anybody. We got China in the south. This is Khornie's China, so this is going to be Yongle. We do have Yongle with quite a few cities, freshwater cities. I gotta mention now we do have an answer for how many remaps we're gonna have. So it is gonna be the 2 remaps. 2, 2. Remap's a complete prediction over here. Somebody just got quite a few points. I do have to mention we're gonna go and take a look at the spawns a little bit, how to say, slower. We have to take a look at their strategic resources and so on and so forth, and then watch what they do with their spawns. We're gonna come back over and over again to see their development. We do have China, Khornie over here coming up with settler. He is gonna need to figure out if he wants to settle in place for the 2-2 base or settle across and get that extra food over there. He can actually settle the stone tile if he wants to on the east side. We do have him also with a decent amount of fresh water developed to the southeast because of those rivers, and I do see he's gonna benefit from 2 of iron tiles in the capital with 2 other possible horse tiles. This one is 4 tiles away, so it's not acquirable, but these 2 are. So 4 strategic resources in the capital for him. That's actually, you know, a good gun of craftsman. And there we go. He is actually gonna choose to go for the stone tiles. He is gonna have a higher priority for the food over there in his empire, but that also puts him 1 tile away from that possible iron tile. He opened up a space here for another settler on the 2-1 next to that second river he has. I gotta mention he's probably gonna try to develop his cities off the coast, but he does have a decent amount of cities to go for. And by Titi, this is actually a half good Titi, I gotta say. You know, like it's not amazing, but it does have a very good potential over there. We got quite a few hills, we got some gold, some culture coming up, and of course the extra bonuses for the traders. Very nice, very nice. But I gotta say something else. There is something here, someone that might actually do some mischief. We got Lege on his east side that will actually need to figure out exactly what he wants to do here. Of course, since he is so close to 2 of his opponents, he's gonna be forced in war. And now we went from Lege, top simmer, the best of the best spawns over there, to Lege, the warmonger that will need to do something against Yongle. Now, I can't really say Yongle from the beginning of the game has that many war bonuses, and of course, after the 10th population level, he's gonna get all of that to go for him, as in all of those stats to go for him, and so on and so forth. We do need to see what kind of use is he gonna make out of his projects, and of course, we're gonna need to see how Scotland will react to this. There are quite a few city-states also to the north of Yongle that could come out to play for Hungary. So again, something that we need to take into account when we're considering all of this action unfolding for our eyes to see. We got Sterling with a scout coming up in 3. We do have 2 twos coming up over here to the east side, and I do see to the southwest he's gonna benefit from quite a few spawns. Also, he might try to take Paititi away from Yongle if he gets there faster with Settle. Of course, Scotland does have some extra movement points from the beginning. That extra amenity will give him the options to actually get to the +5 science, and of course the bonuses from ecstatic, the production and so on from the beginning of the game, if he manages to keep his people happy. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to figure out, okay, do we have like multiple continents here? Can we actually send all of that support help to Scotland? Can he benefit from it? And I think he can. Like, looking at this continent over here, we got one big continent for him, but then we do have another continent for oh, wait a second, what's going on? No, they're not. No, they're not. Everybody has PCY yields. I don't know. I see something different. And I guess they also see something different. I guess we're gonna have to see what they choose over here. I guess I can send him a picture. Let me see. Where is Ben? Who is Ben? Ben is Mapuche, right? Mapuche. He has 3-1. Oh, they want to relobby. They want to relobby, but wait and the turn. Okay. Okay. Relobby now. This was turn 1, no, turn 2. Okay. Kick. BCY yields just disappear. That's the better city yields. Oh, well. I'm actually curious. Should I load turn 1 or turn 2? I guess it's fine, turn 2. I didn't have a problem with it, so I guess it should be fine. Like, they didn't disappear from my screen. Give me a second so I can put up the lobby here. Where was Hungary? Hungary was actually on the coast on the east side, very far out, very far out. And I did see somebody, I think it was Russia next to him. So I believe they're actually on the same team, if I'm not mistaken. So wait, let me actually double check, but I think so. Hungary, Phyrsos, and Russia is Romrom. So yeah, they're on the same team. It's fine. So Matthias Corvinus over there with quite a few mountains. I believe he's actually gonna get to use that chaotic ability of him, of his, to actually recruit levy units, you know, from city states and send them against his opponents. Managed to do some attacks against his opponent empires. Give me a second just to catch up over here with everything while they are connecting to the lobby. I hope we're actually gonna see them also fixing up any zero MSs that they have and so on and so forth. So there are no these things over there. Lege is in trouble, indeed in trouble. He has not only Yongle to his left side, but he also has Movember Zinga, TaskForceFish to the north, and of course we do know how fast those units are from Movember Zinga. We might see him surprised by those units coming from the north there. I do see everybody actually is in the lobby right now, and just quickly, well, I guess they will have 0 MS to me. I'm just waiting for everybody to ready up then, and we're gonna go in. Hopefully no I would say no disconnects during the lobby. I'm just gonna keep, you know, my hands off the settings. Hands in the air. Okay. Hands in the air. You know, I can keep on talking, I guess. I did not actually see all of the yields of Kongo over there. Would love to actually see what's going on his. I'm sorry, I had to click. Rage was rejoining, so I shouldn't have let the game start up. So I just click. Okay, hands in the air again. Okay, so Yongle to the left side of Scotland might actually need to get an army really quickly. I actually, in the war phase, I would actually still put Robert the Bus a bit higher in my options than Yongle, mostly because of his ability to get the amenities from his allies. If he does manage to keep his bonuses high in the amenities screen with that extra bonuses that do come along with the ecstatic bonus, with a happy bonus, he might actually get I would say the necessary extra units to not only defend himself but also maybe push back against Yongle. I just hope he's gonna realize exactly how important it is for him to keep up with the defense in the north as well as keep up the defense on the west side, and not actually go for like 10 cities when he is probably not gonna manage to put even 3 down, extra 3 down. Firex is on ban. Okay, I see Firex is on a ban. Hopefully he's gonna get back in without any issues. Don't see him yet, Firex, you see. So okay. Oh well. You know, you gotta let it happen. I didn't want to pause and then unpause, but at least we get to actually take a look at the screen over here and see the map, see the games unfold. We do have TaskForceFish coming up with scouting 4. He does have the 3-1 base, and I do think he's actually working. He's not working a 2-2 over here. He would have. He would have, or he should have actually gotten 3 turns for that scout to build if he was working an extra production time. He does have probably the bananas checked here. I think he actually went for a second turn settle, if I'm not mistaken, by the looks of it. Curious that he went for this, but oh well. He does have this pathway through the mountains that he could go against Scotland, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna send the scouts toward the south to see what's going on over there. We do have quite a few mountains for him to also develop campuses on, and it looks like Ben might actually get in. Yeah, he should be getting in. Just let's see him fix the 0 MSs and load properly. It's fine. It should be fine. Hopefully it's fine, you know, keep your hopes up. We do have quite a few city-states for Hungary to actually use to help out against Yongle and against Hungary and against, sorry, Kongo. Armagh, for example, Hattusa to the north of Yongle. We do have a very far away Vatican City and Preslav, but these are all city-states that will need to be discovered by both of them, and we're going to need to see if Yongle is going to see what's going on here. Oh my god, something just got caught in my eye. No, my eyes. Sheep Brakmar, good evening, sir. We got the things going on. I'm gonna unpause the game, and I do see Violent Storm. Christoph has arrived. Okay, so looking at Sterling, we were taking a look a little bit to see what's going on here. It looks like we got an iron tile to the south of Sterling, which is 2 tiles out. It's fine, actually. He can acquire it relatively easily, cheaply. He might actually just grow into it. To the northwest, we do have also a horse tile for him to use. I do see he's gonna have amenities to improve here, but I don't see that many. He has a salt mine to the north. He has a sugar tile that he could try to settle, actually. Like get a city over here on the hut, get to improve that salt mine, get a city on the sugar, and I do see on the southeast he can get a city on the J tile and get the fur tile over there. So I guess all 4 resources are relatively close to his cities. It's just a matter of getting those settlers there, and of course trying to get the defense up against China as well to the west side. We do have a scout coming out from him in 2 turns. He doesn't see that much around him. He probably only sees the vision around this warrior, and the direction of this warrior will also reveal to him on his path Paititi, which might actually make him go a different path, you know, like make him try to get to Paititi first, get to on the sheep tile over there, which I gotta say it's a good spot to actually keep against Taiwan. I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to give China the option to go for Paititi. On Kongo, we did talk a little bit about Kongo, and of course we do see him getting to pop 2. He's getting his scout out in 1, and I do see he's gonna benefit from an iron tile and horse tile, but they are out on the east side. Thanks for the stream. I hope you will show us how Yongle. Yes, I'm gonna try as much as possible to keep bouncing back to Yongle. You're right. Yongle actually. Is that with the G? Oh, we got Phyrex. We got Desync. Oh no. I hope he's just gonna resync at some point and stop desyncing. Oh man, fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed. Also, let me actually take a look. Okay, a settler coming up in 6 here from Alpha. TaskForceFish will probably gonna want to settle to the south over here, probably on that 2-2 base next to the hut. And I do see a scout trying to discover how this land looks like. He's also gonna have these 1-tile chokes to go through towards Scotland, and that's also Scotland's chance of actually blocking those tiles, so his opponent can't get there that easily. Now, I'm not sure exactly how he's gonna try to do this, and we're gonna need to keep on watching what's going on. Next up, we do have Mapuche. This is Ben. He's actually resyncing right now, and hopefully fingers crossed he's gonna he's gonna be fine. We'll have him getting a scout out in 3 with two bases, two tiles, and to the left and to the right side. He does have iron to benefit from in the capital, and I do see he's gonna have this river to the northeast to develop his lands on. A lot more breathtaking tiles that I've seen versus the last map that we've spotted here. He's gonna get to benefit from the west side, from a beautiful land to actually place his Shemamus, which of course will give him that extra culture and some extra production now that it got buffed. Now Mapuche does have somebody to go against, and that is Gran Colombia to his east side. He's gonna have a much faster bonus against Gran Colombia when it comes to his wow, he's actually desyncing every turn, not even 1-2 turns. Okay, interesting. He's gonna have a much faster bonus against him, and hopefully Ben over here is gonna manage to get a encampment fast down. He's gonna manage to get extra bonuses, and of course try to attack him from the beginning of the game. The longer you wait, the harder it might be, especially with Gran Colombia managing to get to his Llaneros and so on and so forth. Now we do have oh, he's actually gonna rejoin next turn. Okay, it's gonna try to fix it like that. There are possible city locations for him to actually try to go for, so he gets closer to Gran Colombia and put staging places for his units to go against. Sprig. Now on Sprig, we do have 3 turn for a settler. He has iron tile in the capital to the southwest and a horse tile, second ring out. Very good chops all around his cities. You can see there's quite a difference between the two, and I gotta mention somebody got a relic over here. It was Khornie. Khornie got a relic. Khornie got a relic. So China at the beginning went for 2 scouts. Don't press P if you disconnect. Okay, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. There was a moment actually when whenever you were disconnecting, unfortunately, if you pressed P before, it nullified the game pause. Now it just works. Yeah, rip. Oh well. It might have been a 0 MS somewhere. It is. What's special about Scotland's UU? There's really not much. No, it's really not much. Not much special about it. I believe there's something related to heals, but it's like an extra +5 to heals or something like that. Can they do the countdown? Okay, they're doing the countdown. On Sprig, we do have also I would say a few mountains to actually go for some extra adjacency towards his campuses, but I can't really say he's gonna have amazing ones. He does have a decent amount of land to go for the north there with fresh water, with also Mount Everest. And to the east side, he's gonna have allies. To the south and east and to the east side, he's gonna have allies. He's gonna be the one on the front line here, and I'm pretty sure having the ability to actually get coastal trade routes with Russia is gonna be nice. We do see St. Petersburg is on the coast and on the same team, so this might be quite an idea for them. I didn't see anybody on the coast from their opponents, and they will probably figure this out sooner rather than later. Also, let me actually take a look at the Highlander here so I can answer that question properly. Highlander supply. Okay, this is what I was remembering. +5 combat strength bonus when fighting in hills and forest. So hills and forest. But it is replacing the ranger very late in the game. You usually don't actually get to use this unless, of course, you want some extra score points. Everest is broken now. Well, Everest is, look at this, man. The +6 faith for the truffle tiles. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, yeah, very nice. Help you to benefit from the bonus continue. Wait, the thing is the special build early with the one give the bonus tempo to the save. Yes. Talking about who you're talking about? Scotland. Oh, Scotland, China is already getting that scout in the face of Scotland. He's not gonna let him advance here. And I gotta mention, oh, Ben actually didn't desync. He actually fixed it. Okay, very nice, very nice. Look at that. He didn't. It is what it is. We do have Gran Colombia moving to the northwest. He does have this 2-2 base that he could go for, or 3-1 next to that spy style. And I do see they did declare war. Now that war declaration did also push Khornie scout out of the lands of Scotland. And look at that. He actually... Oh, Lege, shift enter. He's gonna shift enter his way out of this. Oh, kick W, bro. It's the shift entering wars. No. Anyway, I guess he's gonna go on the oil tile and then. Oh wow. Shift entering wars. And Sasu, how are you doing, sir? No. Anyway, we do have Scotland also with a builder trying to figure out how his land looks like. I don't think he actually discovered everything. Yeah, he didn't actually discover anything. TaskForceFish is coming through the mountains and Scotland is going towards him. Oh, we might actually have a disturbance in the force here. TaskForceFish moving naked settler. China, Scotland has a scout. Oh, he's going the other side. It's fine. Okay. Danger averted. It's all good, guys. It's all good. We do have to take a look also what's going on Russia. Russia does have St. Petersburg here, and I gotta say I really much prefer the last one we've seen on Russia, not this one. This one is gonna be quite hard to actually get even a good pantheon here working, but he does have the 2 reef styles that of course will give him that extra food, coupled with the production he's gonna get from the deer tile. Well, you know, at the beginning of the game he's gonna have good tempo. Could go for Temple of Artemis on the back over there on the I want to say the tip of the peninsula, and of course I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a high population capital with the fish inside of it. I'm pretty sure he might actually prefer to go for harbors in this location. And having coastal trade routes to Gran Colombia is going to be quite nice. We do have Lege going to the southwest here. We do have China discovering this might be a possibility for him to go for. And it does seem like China is back settling over here. We do have Taiwan going to the northwest somewhere, or even the west side. He might put a city here. He might put a city here. We don't know yet. It's both options are on the table. On Russia, we do have Romrom with an available iron resource in his capital city to the northeast, and I don't see any horses available for him anywhere here. He's going to need to rely on his allies to actually get that going. Hey, Mighty Baba, thank you so much for the prime, sir. Also, good evening. Never saw a Pangaea with that low amount of tundra. Yeah, yes, that's just a tiny tip of tundra over there, but I gotta mention that's one of the reasons actually players don't really prefer to take Russia or Canada on Pangaea. And I gotta also mention that was why I thought at the beginning I found it a bit of a strange choice to pick Russia on this type of map. Anyway, Kazan is also going to have open trade routes to Hungary. You can see Hungary is on the coast with already 2 settles here. And I do see Buddha is on a 3-1-1. That's a geothermal fisher. He's also bullying Laventa quite a bit, taking a builder away from Laventa. 3-charge builder, I mean, you know, I can see why he's doing that. We do have Hungary with an option to get an amenity here, getting 2 amenities. Wait a second, he got coffee and he got turtles. Is he gonna give both of these amenities to to Scotland? Where is he now? He's 0 happiness level. He's content, right? So we do need to see if he's gonna go ecstatic and how fast he's actually gonna go ecstatic. Of course, you do want these amenities for yourself at the beginning of the game, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to give as many of those amenities as possible. They have 3 continents worth of amenities for them, and you do see a possible 4th one over here. Yeah, a possible 4th one. We do have Gran Colombia actually getting next to the truffles, getting next to the spice tiles that he could get to improve against his opponent. We got an answer. China is actually going to put Jiaodong next to the mountain over there to the northwest, where he does have a +4 campus. And he did manage to get God of the forge. Oh my god, I can even hear right now the cling, 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 cling. You know, the oh, I can't replicate it with my voice. I'm sorry. You know, the hammer hitting the whatever it's called, the metal thing where you actually put cast something like, you know, swords and stuff. You see, ding, 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 ding. Oh, I don't know how to replicate it in my voice. I guess I need to work on that sound a little better. The anvil, yeah, exactly, right, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anvil. I need to actually remember that. In the city of Bura, we do have an iron tile to the west side. He's gonna actually have it cross those mountains. For a third ring out, it's gonna be quite expensive to get to, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna probably want to get another city somewhere in the south over here to get to benefit from some more fish. At the moment, he doesn't have a pantheon, and he is improving as many tiles as possible. He's gonna get the celestial navigation boost here with the 2 improved tiles that he got on the seas, and of course the 2 amenities. Very nice. I'm gonna keep on. Oh, ecstatic in the capital, and I see Kongo. Kongo managed to walk in and take a builder. Oh, that's a 3 charge builder. Naughty, naughty Kongo. Oh, that's a problem, man. Fish, man. He walked in, he walked out with a prize over there. You know, it is what it is, man. The fertility rights builder. Oh, oh, that hurts. He wanted to get tempo. He wanted to get bigger. He wanted to improve amenities. And then Fish said, no, 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 monsieur. No, no, no. I take baguette now. You know, no croissant. By the way, did you guys know? And of course, I'm talking to people that are not actually from France or know French. Did you know that croissant actually means growth? Wow. Okay, it happens. You know, I didn't know that. I didn't know that actually they have a word for, you know, growth, and at the same time it's food. Pastries. Anyway, Hungary over here will also have a bit of a problem with China to the northwest, and we do have already China with a pillage campus. It looks like Gran Colombia did manage to walk in and pillage that campus. Yeah, Arquil Pyro. No, it doesn't. Wait, no, what it doesn't? What doesn't do, man? Fish on Mobemba? Yeah, we don't actually see Mobemba with the fish. Fish is that's for fish. Yes. Oh, croissant is ascending. Oh, wait, is it growth or ascending? Because you know, like that can be misunderstood over there. Okay. Let's see. We find some answers over here. Yes, thank you. Liberating us of the language barrier. Thank you, thank you. We got China to talk about last, and it does seem like Rage is gonna need to fight these scouts, these pesky scouts outside of his territory. We got a settler coming up in 3 from him, and looks like we got a campus coming up from Chengdu. He did put it on the iron tile. That is a +3 with the use of all of his rainforest, and I'm pretty sure he didn't want to wait to get bronze working, so he gets a +3 because of the mountains. Looking at this, of course, he's gonna actually get the iron immediately after he's gonna discover bronze working, because of course he put it on an iron tile. He does have a coffee that's gonna give him a little bit of culture there, and we do have him needing to actually get more cities out. He's 3 turns away from getting his 3rd settler, and it does seem like that feels a little bit delayed. While everybody has his 3rd settlers, it feels like he got delayed over there. Woo woo! Forest fire in Kazan. Woo woo! Romrom is gonna be so wait, forest fire and at the same time hurricane. I mean, I think I would have needed to do a higher pitched woo woo, you know, like this is what is this happening, man? When you know, when disaster strikes, man, when disaster strikes, somebody actually needs to clip that because this is unbelievable, man. Oh man, let me actually clip this really quickly from the beginning to the end over here so we can have both of them. What? Forest fighting Kazan. There we go, there we go. Okay, there we go. Got it. Got it good. Oh, I'm so glad I actually fixed this. Where's settler still? Wait, there was a settler still? I don't think there was a settler still. Do you think actually China lost a settler or something? I don't think so. I mean, I'm not sure, but I don't think so. Lege will definitely have problems in the game with his opponent, but he is going to manage to get Paititi tiles. That's going to give him that extra culture. We do have Joe Dong getting those archers out. And coming back to this, because I didn't... Wait, was that? No. Actually, Pikun Mapu did get the position. Okay, there we go. I was thinking Ben might actually get this position over his opponent to be a bit more aggressive, to get that land away from him. Gran Colombia is gonna get his third one. We do have 3 cities here, 3 cities here. No, I don't think there's a steal. I don't think there was. Wait, Mapuche did? Mapuche did. Wait, did? Do you think he did? About whom? It sounds like Sprig. Wait. Chokela, good evening, sir. Mapuche lost settler. Oh, Mapuche lost settler. Oh, Gran Colombia walked in and got out with a settler here. That was the settler going to the northeast, unprotected over there with only his underpants showing. I mean, you can imagine, yeah, it's happening. Unfortunately, it happened. You know, you throw the dice and you see what happens. And I think this is time for Paul. Yes, this is time for Paul. Also, GGB, CSS, good evening, sir. And Sprig did the steal. Heard that on Lege Live. Thank you so much, by the way. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. Let's actually finish with Beijing, and then I'm going to put up the poll there. Beijing getting that the campus is going to move to the northeast somewhere. I do see Iron Tile in Chengdu. I do see Horse Tile between Beijing and Chengdu, and I do see he's going to have quite a bit of land to go for here. Wait, how is Lysenfjord in the game here? Oh. Did we allow this back in? Did we allow this wonder back in? Was it changed by BBG? Let's say for back into meta by just yes, actually units moving to an adjacent tile gain 2 movement. Okay, I see. From gaining 1 promotion. Okay, I see. It was all good, fixed it. Okay, so we do need to see how you guys actually prefer to go for the votes here. It will be Gran Colombia with 1 extra city over his opponent. He didn't want to get it back though. I'm pretty sure he could have actually gotten it back. He didn't want to risk it, and risk it for a biscuit, you know. We do have to see, give me a second, on the left side screen, manage prediction, start prediction, who will win. On one side we do have a change of circumstance, and on the other side we got big Ulyss showing up. 13 minutes for a vote here. Start it up and let's go. Nutrition Intense asking us why did he not something a settler? I guess escort a settler. Ramene. I'm not sure what Ramene means, but I'm thinking escort or something. Also, Butterstotch, good evening, sir. Chapelis, hello. Big Kick W, he did not learn. Yeah, it seems. Oh, bring back. I see how it is. Okay. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. It's God of the Force here for Khornie. We do have him with 3 cities, already improved his horses, and I do see a 4th settler coming out. Not an encampment. 4th settler, not an encampment. This we're going to need to see how this evolves here as a situation. Neither is Scotland going for an encampment yet, and they did not put on the +2 Great General card. I do see in the scientist screen we don't have Hypatia first, but we do have Zhang as the first merchant. So we might actually have somebody trying to rush those merchant points, and it might be Kongo. No, Kongo actually going warlike. He has an encampment put down from the city of Alpha, has more settlers coming out from that city, those 2 city centers, and now started acquiring those general points. Scotland did try to go for fertility rice, trying to get a bonus from it. He's still gonna get a bit of food from his cattle, from his wheat tiles, from his rice tiles, but unfortunately he lost his first builder, his fertility builder. He had another one which he actually got over here to improve his resources, and I do see he got a 3rd city on Paititi. We still have 9 more turns until the next era, and it's going to be quite a bit of time until we actually need to take a look at what the players will actually get the Zera score, and if they do cross the threshold. I do trust all of the players will cross the threshold, but you know, you never know. Sometimes it might not cross the threshold, and it's, you know, Pikachu face, he didn't get the golden. There are situations in which you can't get huts. This is unbelievable. Even in 4v4 situations, you know, if you don't get huts and you don't have unique stuff to go for at the beginning of the game, you make Pikachu face and you go normal age. You know, it is what it is. Kongo is not benefiting from one of those pantheons yet, but he does have multiple tiles that he could get with very, very good campuses from what I can see. And he is going for a very early iron working craftsmanship coming up in 2 turns. He is going also for Magnus Internals, building a road between Bravo and Alpha from an early stage. And I'm pretty sure he's going to need to figure out how he can actually put more pressure on Scotland from the north, trying to help out as much as possible his friend Yongle, Khornie over here from the west side, I would say, do the war against Scotland here. Mapuche is also going to have a very hard time now that he lost a settler. He's going to be on 2 cities, and he's trying to get everything done with those 2 cities. Now, at least Mapu did get settled in a position that puts him a little bit closer to Gran Colombia, and also cuts off Gran Colombia from settling closer to him. Of course, he needs to defend that city as well and make it viable. He does have a +3 campus, actually 3 plus 3 campuses if he wants to on the city. And from what I'm pretty sure he's going to need to figure out where he does want to put it. We do have him with multiple chops if he actually wants to get there. He did get a heavy chariot, probably a free one from a meteor side, and I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't choose to go for a city on the west side here, benefiting from these goody mountains. This is probably going to be a Shemamul, getting him not only the +4 era score, but also the culture and the production that you get with Shemamul. Very nice bonuses coming out there. He does have a 2-4 mine to work over here to the southwest next to that volcano. Let's actually take a look at the Shemamul next turn. You know, the build, and the culture coming in. All of the eels lovers over here in the house, rejoice! We got the Shemamul coming up here, and it is gonna be a wonderful one. Yes, let's go. City parking. I'm actually quite curious if he's gonna try to go for a, yeah, there we go. Shemamul. Yeah, there we go. 2 to 3 tile to work. Woo! Okay, next up, we do need to take a look at how Gran Colombia is going to want to play this. He did start up with campuses, and he already has 2 of them built, with a 3rd one on the way from Maracaibo. And I do see him benefiting from Lege in the capital, which makes me think, is he going to go Parks over here? Is he actually going to use Ben's strategy against Ben? Is that what we're gonna see today? Is he actually gonna use Ben's strategy against Ben? Well, I'm just calling it Ben's strategy because he was the first one on stream to do it, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually used it beforehand. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Big disclaimer over there. Explain the BBG changes for Yongle. Sorry if I missed it earlier. He gets less bonuses from each population after he reaches his 10th population in each city. I believe it's 0.5 science per population, 0.3 culture per population, and instead of getting 2 gold per pop, he gets 1 gold per pop. That's what's happening over there. Yeah, it's Ben, but actually Sprig, you know. Looking at Russia, he did get God of the Sea as a pantheon. He's going to get an extra production point on all of these wonderful resources over here. He's going to get quite a few eels. Oh my god, look at Kazan, man. Oh, good Kazan. Oh, so not only he got hit by that hurricane, by the spinning wheels of doom over there, but he also got a forest fire at the same time. Unbelievable. Like, if you take a look at the climate change over here in the event history, I'm pretty sure we would have seen somewhere. Oh, we didn't. Oh, come on, man. Oh, this one, Oceania, he got no, that can't be just only 1 fertilized tire and 0. No, that can't be, man. There must be another thing here. It must be something else. I'm pretty sure we had so many fertilized tiles over here. Look at the 2-3 tiles everywhere because of course the extra production of Russia anyway. We need a pun nickname like the Mona. I guess. Yeah, I mean, propose one. Who is 805? Good evening, sir. So basically, the park strategy is you go for the Yang, you get the third promotion. You see over here the parks and recreation that give you one amenity extra in the city, and it does give you some extra appeal. But you know, not all nations actually benefit from the extra appeal. You go for the culture, the science, the gold to get some extra bonuses, and basically you try to keep always your people happy or not actually benefiting from any kind of or not benefiting, not being slowed down by any kind of penalties. Most of the time it is quite important to actually keep your citizens happy because you do get extra yields in all of your cities because of that. You do also need parks and recreation. Yes, you do also need parks and recreation. Ben is so far in the Smogy zone. Yeah, so basically parks are way better in BBG. First of all, second of all, they do shine usually on civilizations that get more perks from the amenities somehow. So for example, Scotland would be amazing, but it looks like Scotland is gonna go for the normal Moksha way. He's gonna go for the science way, so we're not gonna see those Liang parks. I do want to see Hungary did go for City Patron Goddess. I do see Phyrsos over here is gonna start to improve more of his resources, and I'm pretty sure he's actually giving away these resources. No, like these. Okay, Edinburgh did get extra happiness level. I do see Scotland will need to get this salt mine improved, so he gets a salt in his territory there. The trader of Lege is actually creating a road between his cities, and there is a nasty Kongo scout coming through the mountains. Make way! Make way! I'm going to pillage my opponent. Hungary did also go for Liang in the capital, and I guess he can actually go for the amenities anyway. Let's actually see if Phyrsos is going to choose to go that way. The moment I don't actually see an extra... so if you go Liang left, you would actually see the floodplains, but I don't see any floodplains for him, so that makes no sense there. If you go right, it used to be Liang right with agriculture, housing bonus, zoning commissioner that people wanted, with the extra food and extra bonuses of production that you get from all of the resources, but I don't see it happening right here, right now. I gotta mention something. There's always, you know, that hype that people think that, oh my god, there's something new in the game, let's actually try to benefit from it, and they hear about it, how good it was in that particular game and how amazing it was in another game and so on and so forth, so they're gonna keep on trying it until they're gonna realize, okay, but it's not that great in that situation, and it's not that great in that situation, so we should only use it in that particular situation, and so on. So the meta goes, you know, they try out stuff, a lot of experiments go down, and then it actually stabilizes in a certain spot. So we're gonna need to see if all of these Liang choices will actually come to fruition. I particularly think that for example in this situation, I don't think it was necessary to go for Liang. He could have gone for something else. Of course, we're gonna need to see if at the end of the game he's gonna think it was worth it. We've actually seen quite a few games over there with Liang. Hi Caesar, good evening, sir. I mean, if they go Liang, they can give their luxuries to Scotland without any penalty. All of their luxuries, you are. So that's what you're proposing. That's a good point over there. That's a good point, Caesar. If they do that, yes, they can go and give Scotland everything, but that's the big question. Is that gonna be the sacrifice of Ulyss's team? Put everything into Scotland over here, so he manages to do the damage against China. Yeah, could be. It could be. But that's I gotta point out, you need to put 3 governor points into that. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all to actually go for this strategy. We'll see. We'll see. we do need to also take a look at religious settlements pantheon here from China. China is going to need to defend himself a little bit against Gran Colombia, but it's fine. Rage still has a decent amount of land to develop to the east side, and even if he's going to get to touch borders with Hungary, I still think it is going to be fine for him to do so. Hungary is not usually a beast when it comes to attacking with his armies, but more, you know, like proxy armies. He likes to take those levied units and send them against his opponents from the city-states and not actually dirty himself up. The good thing is he can actually use the city-states to attack into Chengdu and give Chengdu, or I should say give those units general, which is going to be amazing. It gets an extra movement point, it gets an extra +5 on those units, which makes them so deadly. Now we do have Gran Colombia trying to get in and see if he can get away with one of these traders, and there is a trader over here that is trying to get in. Rage did notice that and immediately shifted the scout of his own there, and it looks like the Gran Colombian scout is caught out of place. We do have some more of those points there. I see. Oh, God of War and Plunder coming up from Kongo. So he's already on 2 great general points a turn. Of course, he is just a few turns away from getting a general. He's moving his settlers with the escort of 2 Mubebas, and from what I can see, he's getting more of these builders going. He might actually want to chop some more, putting his government plaza for a very, very strong campus, a +6 next to the city of Delta. And oh my God, at the moment, the Kongo units are not gonna be stopped by the Scottish armies. The Scottish horses have been busy doing the damage against the south there. There was a sneaky scout that got in, and it looks like it was enough to take away his attention. Not to mention Khornie from the west side will actually try to keep as much as possible Scotland over here on his toes next to Aberdeen and Edinburgh. Now we are 2 turns away from getting the Golden Age. We're going to need to take a look at their era score. And it has been revealed that all of the players did manage to reach the threshold. The threshold. Take us to the threshold. The scout is just doing sightseeing, and like all tourists, he loots. Yeah. I'm not sure if I should actually say that about tourists, man. Yeah, I don't think that's actually tourist wise. I'm gonna try it on deity. Yeah. Try it, bro. Try it. We do have to take a look how China is gonna try to use these archers. I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to build up a defense, and we already have the Hungarian Empire Armani going into La Venta, and that might actually cause quite a bit of a stir here. Looks like there is no city park yet built in the city of Bura. He's getting his ancestral hall. Wait, what? Okay, ancestral hall in this case. There aren't that many cities to build, man. There aren't that many cities to build. Anyway, we do have Russia with Buddhism, the first religion in the game. Feed the world and pilgrimage. He's going to get that extra food and housing from his shrines and each of his temples. We do have Mapuche horses with a 3rd city coming up soon. This time it is going to be escorted, as you can see, to the northeast of Ngulumapu. Inkiaman coming up 2 tiles from that city center. And I do see Gran Colombia is at the moment, of course, not really caring about pushing that much against the Mapuche. He will get the Commandant General next turn when, of course, the era rolls over, so he's not really caring about any kind of encampments and so on. You know, he doesn't need to dirty himself with that normal stuff over there. We do have the Mubebas coming through the mountains. They do have a few rivers to actually go across, which will slow them down considerably. It looks like another one is popping out of the city of Mubuji Mai, which got settled to the south. I'm pretty sure Kongo over here will need to actually connect these cities with roads from the bottom city to the northern city, to, of course, to his capital, so he can get faster reinforcements on the front line. Now, these horses can actually try to block the pathways for the Kongo units to actually force them to go into floodable terrain tiles, so they will have less bonuses on their side. I don't think it's actually that wise to let them cross those that river, but oh well, I guess we'll see. We do have Congo's first general coming up from Mbuji-Mayi, and it does seem like he's gonna start moving next turn. You can actually see these Mubebas are quite strong over here with the oligarchy bonuses going against the Scottish units. Both China and Scotland are building up their encampments now, one turn away from finishing. And since we did go into a golden age here, we gotta check out their bonuses. We got Sprig, Pen Bash and Voice bonus, 3 cities. And we got Gran Colombia here with that Commandant General moving to the south. We got Romrom, Monumentality Golden Age. She is on 8 science, 14 culture, and 30 faith a turn with 43 production. Still on 3 cities, but now he can actually spend the faith he got into civilian units, into his builders, into his settlers. We got quite a few cities for him to go 4. I see 1 on the copper, 1. Well, that's not going to be settleable. Is he going to go non-fresh? Is he gonna go Mercury? Wow, okay. Romrom might actually go Mercury here. He's not going for max amount of cities, he's actually going for amenity cities, okay. And of course bigger cities, which is not bad, but we're gonna need to see him get taller. He's gonna need to get that Mercury to his ally over here, Scotland. And I see that did make a good point. They're feeding as much as possible Scotland here amenities, which is a good way to go. Of course, getting him extra bonuses, the extra production and the extra science is gonna be something quite nice. Lege is already benefiting from 21 science and 31 culture. We do have him losing 2 gold a turn, but it's fine. 47 production throughout his 3 cities, and now he's getting his golf courses. We're gonna need to see if he's gonna hit the ecstatic range for his cities. He's gonna start worrying. War weariness might come into fruition. You know, there's quite a few things that you still need to take into account here. We do have Phyrsos also with 16 science and 23 culture on Matthias Corvinus. 4 cities, he's starting to put down his parks, and I do see more builders coming out from him. He's at the +3 as well, and it does seem like he's going to have at least 2 cities with the +3s. He's going to need to puddle jump his money in multiple cities so he gets those going. We do have him at the moment with also 51 production, and he did plug in Amani in La Venta. Now we do have to see if he's actually going to want to levy that. It's only 1 archer, 1 warrior, 2 warriors. Oh, okay, that's actually his. It's fine. I can only imagine the horror if that settler gets taken. Anyway, we do have him with a decent amount of cities going to the north here. It does seem like he is putting one across that river, which actually makes me think, okay, didn't he want to put it here? Why not? Oh, okay, well, it is what it is. We do have him also needing to get the gold for his teammates. He's on 37 gold a turn, and he is the one funding Scottish needs. Looks like an encampment training project coming out from Scotland next turn. He is 4 great general points a turn. Oh, wait, that's Kongo. Scotland is on 1.1. He's gonna need 2. He's gonna need 2 of these training projects if he actually wants to get a general. That's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We do have him also Lege making a wall of units towards China, not actually going against him, but you know, defensive against what China can output against him. And Yongle also is on 3.4 points a turn with an encampment project coming up next turn, but he has a lot more chops to benefit from, which will help him get faster to those projects. I gotta see, Aberdeen does have 3 of them, but there's like no builder available to go there. We do also need to take a look at Rage. Rage is on Kublai Khan, China, still on 3 cities. Now is building Ancestral Hall, and he does have a decent amount of land to go for. Both of these nations that have a lot of land, as in Hungary and China, are going for Ancestral Hall. They're going to get to fight for this land to get as many cities as possible. I also notice Debrecen did get put here to the south towards Russia. They are not going to actually get to split that land that much, and we do have to see how Romrom is gonna try to get an advantage from it. Really curious. Another Liang start here, but this time is on the other team. Rage is gonna try to get the benefits out of that city park and so on and so forth. We got him still with quite a few builders. Liang also gives an extra builder charge advantage, and I do see he has coffees and silk to improve over here in Guangzhou, but still no defense against La Venta. There aren't that many units from La Venta, so maybe he thinks it's fine. 2 archers, 2 warriors, what can go wrong? I'm gonna keep on bouncing, by the way, between the front line over here to the west side, and we do need to see what Gran Colombia is gonna do. Mapuche is getting pressured more and more. He just settled his third city, did get an encampment out, but it looks like he's 2 turns out from getting a great general. He might not get one. We got 3 generals left. Okay. Scotland wants one, Mapuche wants one, China wants one, and I'm pretty sure actually Scotland wants 2 of them, because he needs one to the north and he needs one to the west. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to chop another one here. He has encampment training project coming up in 2 turns, so going for Wallace Throne this time. He needs to actually take care of the war there. It is what it is. Okay, levied units immediately from Phyrsos after he got La Venta. We do have Amani established, and he got the control over that city center, and we do need to see if he's gonna upgrade into how to say swordsman. I'm not sure if he has the swordsman technology. I'm trying to figure out if there is one warrior. Yeah, he does. He does. Look at that swordsman. There we go. He just needs to put them inside of the borders of La Venta and go ahead. Mapuche with 14 science and 18 culture. He is not benefiting from that much gold the turn, but he is gonna need to get his armies up, because of course you do see not only the Commandant General on Gran Colombia, but quite a few horses coming up from his cities, and he is gonna have so many of those archers available. These archers do have an extra movement point, which is amazing, by the way. Is it what it is? Yes, Butterstosh, it is what it is. La Venta projecting for the Prophet. Yeah, you know, yeah. Let's see, Sprig try to do some damage here. The good thing is Mapuche does have an extra +5 against Gran Colombia. So, you know, one has movement, one has an extra +5. It's, you know, all in the works. China did get it. Yongle got a general. He's actually going to pick it right now. He's going to pop from his city in just a few moments here. We do have Khornie with only 15 science and 16 culture. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that many big tiles or big, how to say, bonuses here. He did manage to get Trung Track. Looks like he's gonna try to focus on taking down Hattusa and taking away an option for Hungary to actually attack into him from the north there. 2 horses are dispatched with the Great General to actually deal with that threat from the north, while he has basically a skeleton army in Shenyang to try to defend himself against what may come from Scotland. The man needs to be careful. Needs to be careful here. We do have actually Scotland, unfortunately, trying very hard to keep his people happy. Very hard. He's 2 cities happy, but Aberdeen, you see, he's already on content level, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna need to actually get more of these golf courses to increase that happiness level. Another Mapuche spy walks in, and it's gonna pillage the government plaza again. Wallace Throne is denied from Scotland. He might actually deny an iron tile and try to attack into that campus as well. We do have a TaskForceFish with a pen, brush, and voice. Oh, wait, wow, going for the city. Just walking around over there. There are only 2 Mubebas. Just 2 Mubebas, man. Pillage the horse. The scout walks out. There's a general from Scotland now arriving in the Stirling, making these units much tougher to go against. And I'm pretty sure at the moment TaskForceFish is just there to do some pillages, you know, make some destruction happening, not actually take down units. Looking at TaskForceFish, we do have fish with 21 science, 27 culture, doing very well to seem behind all of this attack in the south. He's getting audience chamber for taller cities. He's also getting another encampment training project in 1, but I gotta say they already went through all 4 of them, with Mapuche managing to get 1, Scotland managing to get 1. Looks like, of course, we did have Kongo getting 1 from the beginning, and a truck has been recruited by China. So it's fine. It's fine. Mapuche has 1. This is going to be very important for Mapuche's health, by the way. Very important. On Task for Fish, we do have him with a 58 production, 5 series at the moment, and he's gonna need to actually go for a few commercials before he actually gets into his third expansion phase here. We do have him also putting down very good campuses from Delta. He's gonna get the +6 we were talking about. That can turn into a +12 very easy. And I don't see at the moment actually anybody getting the scientist. They're still on Ariabata, which is not gonna give him, you know, the library bonuses. Kongo is also starting to get the merchant points, 3 great merchant points a turn, while China is on 2.3. On Alpha, we do have that commercial finishing. In the 4 turns, he's going to get a market. He did go for Magnus internals. The reason he's actually getting taller cities, like faster, more productive cities and taller cities, is because of that Magnus internal here. He used it on Bravo, and now he moved it to Echo, so he increases that city's strength over there. Now that city is just gonna pump out Mubebas, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to see some reinforcements coming up from him. Hattusa is under attack here, and that actually brings me up to the next subject. Now that we saw their bonuses, let's talk a little bit about the cities. City-states. We got Antananarivo with Ayutthaya, actually top city and the bottom city. We do have them with the culture bonuses. Ayutthaya, amazing by the way, if somebody gets it. At the moment, I don't see anybody actually getting the points in. Only Sprig has one single envoy, but that does not actually have anything else. We do have Buenos Aires with Brussels for the industrial city-states. It's actually, you know, Buenos Aires amazing by the way for Scotland. Scotland does benefit from 2 envoys into it, and he's gonna need to get the 3rd one soon if he actually wants to benefit from its bonuses. I gotta remind you that bonus resources behave like luxury resources whenever you're gonna have Buenos Aires as a city-state, so it's very important for Scotland. He's gonna get the sheep to get him an extra amenity over there. He's gonna get the cattle to, and so on and so forth, which is going to be instrumental into his development here. He does have at the moment happy cities, which is fine. I mean, Aberdeen is on 15 production. We got the capital city on 19.5 production, and Edinburgh is on 15. I gotta say, he doesn't need to fear the coast. You've seen Russia over here expand quite fast. He did get, look at that, he did get the Temple of Artemis on that tip. Man, this is gonna be such a good Temple of Artemis. Oh man, I can only imagine what happens over there. And well, I guess the freezes have started. Now every turn we're actually gonna have some freezes for us. It is what it is. Give me a second here. Need to take a look at something. Okay, there we go. We do have the religion of Russia spreading to the cities of Hungary, even if he's not going to benefit that much from it. Hungarian troops are starting to appear here towards Chengdu. They did not only get levied, but also promoted into swordsmen, and of course you do see the damage of the swordsmen towards the archers. Now there are some Chinese swordsmen also that will try to deal with the threat much faster than the threat can actually come to him. Very good reaction from Rage immediately after he saw La Venta is getting over there levied, and of course soothed. He did make a decent amount of units to react to this, and he did also get Hypatia right in front of our eyes. Chengdu recruited Hypatia, getting him a free library and a +1 from each of his libraries from now on. He did put 2 packs on Beijing and Chengdu, and I gotta mention these are happy cities right now. Well, one is happy city, the other one is content. Yeah, we do need to take a look at the city-states here. Next up, we do have Zanzibar. Oh my god, and Zanzibar in the game? Where is Zanzi? Zanzi is on... I guess this is the equivalent of MDR in French. Is this the equivalent of MDR in French? Also, Gathy Anthony reminding me that I need to put a team label. Yes, I'm just gonna leave the screen here for a second. Let's take this information in. You know, Scotland, Zanzibar, Buenos Aires. Zanzibar, man. Oh. MDR, man. Okay, so team 1 is Ulyss. We got team 2 C. Oh, C. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. It's W like Japanese. Good evening, sir. Oh, it's amazing, man. No channel for Mapuche. He did one. He did one. Yeah, he did one. It's fine. Actually, I think it's gonna be very hard for Gran Colombia to do anything against this Mapuche here. A CEO of City Parking is showing us the way, but not with the City Parks. He's going for something else here. Now we do have also TaskForceFish getting quite big when it comes to the stats there, and I do want to continue my my rant about the city-states. La Venta and Vatican City with Armagh will be the ones providing the faith bonuses, and we do see Phyrsos is already benefiting from one. He does have La Venta, which is this one, right in the face of China, and as you can see, he did plug in his money in there, trying to keep it away from his opponent, and also available for him to use all of those levied armies against China. This is basically his shield against his opponent here. The levied units are much stronger against his opponent, and that's why he wants to use them. A bit unfortunate that he didn't get general here, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna give up. He's actually gonna get an encampment from Eger, and he is starting to put down quite a few parks, puddle jumping his Liang from one city to another, so he can get those city parks going. I do also see Preslav with Volin will be the city-states with military bonuses, and of course we do have Phyrsos recruiting, having one of them. Oh. Ooh, this is big. This is forcing Fish to put some more gold on his defense and taking away from his strength to go against Scotland over here. We got Scotland getting bigger, trying to get more. Oh, he did get to ecstatic cities. Now Aberdeen is going to be 20 production. We do have 20.7 production on Sterling, and it looks like Edinburgh is going to be on 18.1. I gotta say, I was expecting a little bit more, but I guess, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Lege is on 41 science and 51 culture, in the middle of everybody over here with all of those amenities on him. He's going to be quite strong. He does need to get more settlers out, and of course we do need to actually see him get his own resources going. He does have Jade over here to the east side. He gets to improve his salt mine to the north, and should try to plug the chokes towards Kongo. Now Kongo looks like he did try to attack into the encampment a little bit, and he got pushed back. We do have Scottish units starting to do some damage against the Mubebas, but I gotta mention, you know, the Mubebas do have an extra plus 10 ranged defense. It is very hard to attack with ranged units against them, and it's very unlikely that you're gonna do significant damage, especially before they're gonna get promotion. So now we do see TaskForceFish only with 3 Mubebas trying to get some positioning over his opponent, basically to stop Scotland from expanding to the north, and that's exactly what Scotland should do, try to expand to the north. We do have also him with an available city to the east side. The J tile does wink wink. We do have him with an army to deal with on the west side, but that's only a skeleton army. I believe Hattusa was getting under attack there. Hattusa remained alive. Khornie lost the horse and the attack on Hattusa. Hattusa did manage to get a swordsman out right on time, so he defends himself. Oh my god, Khornie. That is just MDR again, man. MDR again. Let's actually take a quick peek what Khornie is going to do here. Looks like he's going for commercials. He did improve quite a few tiles. He did go for God of the Forge earlier, so he gets the extra production towards his ancient and classical units. And I do see he's starting to acquire a decent amount of merchant points. He's on 3.4, but can't get even near Congo's points on 11.5. Congo is benefiting from God of War and Plunder, so he's getting an extra point from each of those. The merchant, I should say, commercials. do have Hungary with the extra movement on his levied units from Preslav moving towards the capital city of Kongo, and you can see these swordsmen are actually stronger than the Mubebas if they do manage to get across that river into them, and of course fighting them into unfavorable terrain, but that's not actually gonna go down quite as Phyrsos is gonna want it to go down. City of Alpha is one turning these Mubebas, and immediately you see TaskForceFish reacting to this threat. Not only he's plugging the chokes, he's also gonna put these behind the rivers, so he's gonna get an extra +5 from the river defense. He should be fine. He should be fine. Let's see what happens, but I predicted he should be fine. I predict it should be fine. I do see Russia is starting to get his all of those cities improved, and he's starting to get to the limit of the cities that he could put down. Did finish Temple of Artemis, has already a 7 population in St. Petersburg, and I do see he managed to improve quite a few of his resources here, getting granaries for taller cities, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna start to put down the theater squares so he can actually acquire the writers, of course, the artists and the musicians. We do have Magnus coming up in Kazan, Moksha in the capital city for that extra culture. We got Pingala in Smolensk. Actually, a bit surprising we got Pingala in Smolensk, but it is what it is. I don't see a big campus. I guess he's just getting the science from the population level. It's okay, I guess it's fine. I would have loved to see some campuses here, but no reefs, man. No reefs. Oh well, he's gonna need to actually get some more production over here. The improved tiles in Kazan with the forest fire are giving him the nice and juicy 3 points, but he could easily get some lumber mills there and improve those. His Gavron Plaza is put in such a way that he's getting more faith into these lavras, +6 lavra over there with, of course, the shrines and the temples. And actually, no, the shrines right now he's gonna need to get the temples in those. I think he started up a temple here. Yeah, he did. You see the how to say, the roof is not finished, so he just clicked it and started it, but didn't actually finish it. Granaries. Yes, we did have granaries. We do have basically a stalemate now between Gran Colombia and Mapuche. Mapuche was on the back foot. He lost a settler from the beginning, but now he's catching up. And you do see his Shema Mulsan actually giving him enough culture to stay relevant here, get to those civics in a good amount of time. We do have Mapuche on 27 science and 26 culture, while Sprig is on 30 and 50. We did have also Mapuche go for Magnus internals. He doesn't have an easy way to get to his allies and trade with externals, and of course he's going to need as much production as possible. Also build a road between his easternmost city and his capital. He's now more concerned about building up an army and managing to deal with the threat he has on his eastern border than actually getting more cities out. And I think actually he will need to get at least 2 or 3 more cities if he wants to keep on being competitive. He can go north, he can go southwest, and nobody's gonna bother him. Even in the south over here on that May style, for example, he could get a relatively good city. We do have him putting down a few campuses. He's worried about the science. Of course, Gran Colombia on the other side did go for goddess of festivals with the campuses first. So he's not only getting the culture from the city parks, culture from his plantations, but also he's getting the science from those early built campuses, getting quite a few points over there for Sprig. He's on 30 and 50 and didn't even plug in Pingala yet. It's actually 2 turns away from getting into the city of Quito, where he's getting more of those horses and expanding with the settlers. I also see a Mahavihara. Is this a Maha? Yeah, there is a Mahavihara here. That's actually from what? Nalanda, right? Nalanda. So that means he actually has this city soothed, which means Hattusa at the moment is not anybody's city, but they can't actually have bonuses into that, right? Yeah, they can't have bonuses into that. They attacked into it. Oh wait, Sprig can have. So at the moment there's no science city state for change of circumstance, but there is a science city state on Ulyss that is being kept by Gran Colombia, so a little bit of an advantage from that one. Tooth Pious, hello there, sir. Welcome. Oh my god, man, this guy is starting to learn more and more civilization. Watch out, boys, it's coming. I do have of course to congratulating you into coming into the community, getting to know the players over here, and of course getting the knowledge going. That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. Keep going, man. Keep going. Just keep going. Also, Nesasu is calling out the Llaneros versus Malon Raiders. I think actually the Malon Raiders will be the first ones to come, right? They're much earlier to join us. And I will actually put up a good shout out over here for Mr. Tooth Bias. Thank you so much, sir, for that one, for the raid. Much appreciated, sir. We need to take a look on China on the west side. Looks like at the moment, Khornie, after he did manage to fail the attack on Hattusa, he got all of his units to the east side, and he's gonna try to poke in Scotland a little bit longer. Scotland is trying to get to that J tile, and he is keeping his cities as much as possible, as high in amenities as possible. Now that he's getting pressured, unfortunately, that also takes away a little bit from his amenities here. We do need to see if China is going to manage to shake a little bit Scotland from the west side and make him force him to get a few more units on the defense. I gotta say also, Lege is very quickly getting to that stirrups. He's on 110 stirrups. He's getting quite a few of these heavy chariots going, and that makes me think, makes me ask, how much iron does he have? Because next time he might actually pop a heavy chariot. No, he's not gonna pop it. He's not gonna pop it if he doesn't actually give his iron away. He's not gonna get to pre-build. He's gonna hard build it. That might be a problem. Oh, chopping one from here. Can he chop another one? No, he does have the five charge builders from feudalism, and I do see he still has quite a few chops to the west side. You see how he didn't want to get this going, by the way, on the west side. Hey, we got the Sassy in the house. Hello Sassy, how are you doing, Sassy Gamer Lady? Big shout out. We did have a shout out actually going on here, and also Toothpies was saying always more to learn. Indeed, that's why we love this game, by the way. We like to learn so much stuff over there. Hybrid Vigilant, hello there, sir. Good evening, Ziggy the Lobo. Good evening, sir, and welcome. How's my day going? Okay, so I'm gonna deviate a little bit here to answer that question. It's going well. I had to go a little bit home, like to my parents' home, and try to figure out everything, you know, for the trip on Wednesday to Paris. We're going to the Civland on Paris. We're gonna fly to the Civland, and I'm gonna arrive over there trying to figure out exactly, like talking with the Airbnb person and so on and so forth, to figure out exactly where, how I need to do, and how everything needs to be done, printing out papers for you know all of that bureaucracy stuff, and at the same time I was I got held up at KFC. I wanted to get some food on KFC and I got held up 20 minutes. Man, I'm sorry. I can't. I mean, I don't want to go into that sort of how to say explanation over there, but I got so frustrated with the KFC, man. Oh, frustrated. I love Paris, such a beautiful. It is, and it will be my first time. Yes, such a rant. I don't want to do it. Like, no, keep it inside. Oh, but yes, keep it in. Anyway, thank you so much for the rate, much appreciated. And I do hope you had a wonderful day. I do hope you had a wonderful stream, and of course everything is going all right. Big health and big luck over there. This was today's stream on Civ, right? You have like a schedule over there. Today's Civ day. Both plans. Oh, I see. Nice. Very nice. I see Scotland did manage to get the knights out, and by the looks of it, the Lege is going to have stronger units to deal with the horses of China on the west side, and also those Mobebas from the north. He should be fine. Right now. He's also going to need, of course, to deal with the threats coming into his borders. Aberdeen over there looks like at the moment is under attack by the horses of China, and they're running out of time because Scotland is getting so big, so strong right now. now they can't deal with him at a later stage, especially looking at how the yields look like right now compared to Lege. It's a bit of a problem, right? 39 science on Lege, we got 46 culture. We do have him on getting more cities over here. Dumfries, Cone, he's gonna get another one to the northeast. He's gonna be on 6 cities, and he's gonna start putting down more campuses, more commercials, more of everything. And he also has stronger units to deal with his opponents over there. Yeah, good evening, no, Video Monster, good evening, sir. Also going to get outside. Thank you so much and have a great day, Sassy. Have a great day. We do have to the north, actually, Kongo managing to deal with the Hungarian troops. Nothing happened, boys. You know, the very good player over here, very good players coming up from TaskForceFish. He did manage to get those Mubebas right on time. He saw Preslav, he saw into the future, and now he can actually defend properly. Not only that, but he can actually put more cities on the east. He has quite a bit of land to keep on expanding into, so he can get more stats for the future. Actually, we do have a an attack coming up from Mapuche. He's trying to do some damage against his opponent here, and is being met on the battlefield by the Gran Colombian troops. We do not have him with Malon Raiders yet, but he shouldn't be that far away. He's on construction in 1 and feudalism in 1, and I do see him on 37 science and 30 culture. On the other side, Sprig is only on 33 right now, so it does look like Mapuche did not only catch up, but he also overtook the science of his opponent. I do have to point out the difference in the empires here. We did have Gran Colombia going for more cities rather than taller cities. He went for 2, 4, 6 cities right now, which does mean he actually did quite a bit of put quite a bit of production into his settlers rather than into his districts and buildings in them and so on. Now we do have also Gran Colombia getting quite close to China, and we do see those coursers are actually getting right in the face of China. I gotta mention, of course, China is getting his crouching tigers, which will be good to defend against the coursers, especially if they get next to. They will be so happy right there. We do have a Sprig also trying to do the pressure here with the support help of Phyrsos from the east side, while La Venta is getting more and more levies. He's also getting more and more units. I do see new archers are in production queues, and at the moment the Rage did not actually put a few more cities to the east side. He doesn't really have an incentive to do so. We don't actually have that many good tiles for him to use, but in the north he did get Jurong on Lysenfjord. We do have a monument in 2 turns, and he did start up to improve more resources with another city on the west side, which, by the way, is wait, can it be? He might get connection over here. He might get a connection towards wait, how is this tile? Whatever. How did this tile? I guess Coleus? That's Coleus? Doesn't make sense, man. Did Ben lose settler early game? Yes. Also, me looking Caracas. Caracas is this one. Caracas, this one. Yeah, I saw. Thank you, Shapelis. Thank you. Also, Wasserschlange, guten Abend, my head. Free chop. Free chop. Well, I guess with, yeah, I guess. Let's take a look at the Hungarian Empire. We do have Phyrsos getting a decent amount of boats over here, and of course there's no way, I mean, there won't be a choice for him to go against Scotland, but he might get a navy out, so he stops any of his opponents to go for a navy, try to put some harbors out and contest his power on the seas. We do have him getting campuses out from Buddha in 2 turns. That's going to be this one on the banana tile. And I do see that's going to be a +4. He did give up on a +4 over there to the northwest, but it is what it is. He got hanging gardens from the beginning, so his cities are a bit taller than usual. And even if he gave away his amenities, he did manage to stay afloat over there with happy citizens using the city parks. So all in all, it does seem like it's quite a nice tactic over here. We do have him also with 2 continents worth of amenities. He has the amenities of Oceania to the southwest and the amenities to the northeast. I'm not sure how many extras he has, but he should have improved quite a few ones till now. From what I can see, he might actually get to use Buenos Aires also. Wait, isn't Buenos Aires Lege has Buenos Aires. Oh, okay, that's one of another reason of success over there for Lege. Benefiting from those Buenos Aires extra points is always nice on Scotland, right? He still has. Oh, he's going down in amenities. What's happening? He put more cities out. No, he's more population, less amenities. People are not that happy when they have too many people, you know. Big GPT difference. Let's actually take a look here. Yes, we do have actually Ulyss managing to get with the help of Phyrsos 115 gold per turn over there, while Romrom is on 73. That's unexpected on Russia, but he did manage to go for how to say, so many coastal cities, and he's starting to go for commercials now, not actually harbors. He did get the two of them in Argelas and Kazan from his capital city. He didn't put one yet down, but he does have his government plaza put next to the seas here, so I'm expecting one to come out there. And from the inner cities, he's going for commercials. We do have him starting to get some more builders, and I kind of think we're 4 turns away from the next era, which means we're gonna need to take a look at how the era score will evolve and how the players will try to get the next points. We're seeing Sprig over there is 48 out of 58 points, 10 points out from actually getting a golden age. We do have Romrom 57 out of 61. He's 4 points out. I mean, Sprig is very far away. Romrom, it's achievable, right? He should be able to do so. I'm not sure if Sprig is going to manage to do so. We'll see. We'll see. He's trying to take out Volin. Volin is fighting back, attacking into his coursers. We do have him attacking Chengdu, and he did manage to go through the initial line of defense through the crouching tigers. These are the unique units of China, replacing the crossbows, which do have an extra +7, attacking into the units that are right next to them. You can actually see this right here on the top, on the bottom right of the screen. We do have China also trying to get the ancient walls, while at the moment his units on the defense can actually withstand multiple attacks from these coursers. He needs to be careful. He doesn't have a general for these units, and we do see he's trying to get the walls as soon as possible. Even might chop it from you see the southeast side. He might actually chop it, yeah. Oh, de-levied units from La Venta. La Venta is just there for sightseeing. Okay. Lege has a big problem also. We do have him with gold, losing his golden age in the next one. He's 44 out of 49, and doesn't seem like he's going to get that many points to get to his golden age. It's a lot of them. It's like, what, 16 points? Ooh, a lot of them. So 5 until a normal age and another 11 until the golden age. Phyrsos is 59 out of 65. He needs 6 points to go for golden age, and that actually might be achievable. He was trying to build the boats there to the southeast, getting a black army. That's going to give him 4 points, easy peasy. And I do see he has, I would say, that campus coming out. That should be the first +3 that he has. I didn't see any +3, any other +3. No, no, no. Okay, that's the first +3. So he should be getting that golden age. Okay, okay. So that Chinese swordsman might die. At the same time, those crouching tigers will attack back. And oh my god. Okay, that's a lot of freezes, by the way, going on. Okay, so chopped it down. We do have Gran Colombia repositioning his courses on the front line. One of his courses went down. He promoted the other one, and it does seem like he might survive with the eastern ones. Hungary is managing to levy one more time, and he doesn't have enough strength to go against the Chinese units. Doesn't have, but he will have black armies to also help out the offense here. He's gonna get to upgrade some knights, and maybe with enough science, which does benefit from 87 science, he is gonna go for crossbows. The crossbows should be enough to take or do the damage, the initial damage, to churn through or make a pathway to, towards the Chinese cities. In the era score screen, we do have Rage 1 point away from getting his golden age. He should be able to do it, and I do see he put his walls down to the north of Guangzhou. We do have him with the crouching tigers also available in the south, and put down quite a few of these parks everywhere. On Mapuche, we do have a 36 out of 41 points. He's gonna go for the Dark Age and the city in the Dark Age right next to Sprig, which is gonna be nice actually. He's gonna get Dark Age Malon Raiders with the plus. Oh, he's gonna lose the +5 against Sprig, right? Sprig is probably gonna try to avoid the golden. Anyway, Khornie, 47 out of 57 points, 10 points out. We got Yongle here, getting attacked quite a bit here by Scotland. The moment Scotland doesn't actually have the option to take down Chinese cities, but if he keeps on building more and more and more units, he might actually get that opportunity. He did manage to push out a little bit further away from his lands, Kongo, into the north part there. We got Kongo actually building Oracle. He's like Kongo over here is just, you know, simming away. He's just putting a little bit of pressure there on his opponent, not really caring about the outcome. TaskForceFish is 59 points out of 65, and we do have him needing those 6 points quite quickly. 3 turns Oracle is too late. Too late. He has another setter coming up in 2. He's getting Mubanza from Delta. Did he build another Mubanza somewhere? I do see he got Great Bath and Temenaki in his capital. That's something that, of course, is easily readable here. He has that extra science. Okay, El Cid. Okay. Crispy AZ, in the first battle of the American Civil War, people took their carriages out to a bluff overlooking the battlefield and brought picnics to take while watching the battle. They didn't realize what kind of war it was going to be. Oh, okay. Fish trying timing? Yeah. Yeah, he might be trying tank timing. He's on. He's actually the most scientific one on his team, 74 and 56. And I gotta mention on the other side, we do have Phyrsos and Romrom getting very high up in the stats, while Lege is still getting pressured by Gran Colombia over here. He was weakened by this. In the NA squad, quite a few of them are starting to get their points up, and we do see Romrom, for example, managing to nail that. Lege is Dark Age. We got Phyrsos nailing that, 69 of the 65 points. Okay, we got Rage, did manage to get the extra point. He has such a big challenge in front of him. We do have Hungary with Black Armies and soon to be crossbows coming against him, and I'm pretty sure actually Phyrsos is going to try to get men at arms over here with Gran Colombia trying to break to the north and flank all of these units, so he gets inside of the cities of China and do the damage. We do have Lotaro going dark. Khornie did manage to get his golden age, 58 out of 57 points, while TaskForceFish did also get his 2 turns from getting Oracle. I do see that Mubanza here in Delta is finishing up in 1 turn. And did he build another? I don't see another Mubanza, but I would love to see one in Alpha over here on the 2-1. Russia free sim when culture victory? That is a very good question. Goober Dragon throwing a question at us in the chat over here. We do need to see if Russia is going to manage to get something meaningful when it comes to tourism. And now he did start up his great writer acquirement. He did start up to get quite a few cities here. We do have Russia on 7 great writer points a turn with 2 great artists and 2 great musicians. While in the culture screen at the moment is not acquiring that much tourism to get any tourists. He is on 21 tourism a turn, so I would say actually at this point in time it's not that high up. I do see he's putting down more theater squares, and which will help him do everything nicely. Now we do have Crouching Tigers coming up from Khornie on the defense. He's also getting a few knights to help him against Scotland, while Scotland just lost his advantage. Both of them do benefit from the same technology and also generals, so it should be fine. I gotta point out China does have more cities to go for. If he actually wants to expand over here to the north side, he can try to take on more and more rivers, while unfortunately I don't think he can actually expand to the west west side, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be stopped from settling the coast. Both Hungary and Russia do have that coast pincered in a grip, in an iron grip. Not before the rock bands plus the culture victory versus hard is hard versus China. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very well. I guess, you know, China actually needs to survive for that to happen, and I'm pretty sure also Kongo, the second he sees Russia trying to go for more of those, is also gonna try to get more tourism, more culture up as a defense. At the moment, TaskForceFish is only on 64, and that is with a second pen, brush, and voice. He's 88 science, and he's gonna get a lot more soon. We got Oracle finishing up in Bravo, which will allow him to get a strong theater square and at the same time make a lot of points from that city alone. I'm actually quite surprised he's using Afro Pingala in Khornie. I might think he's gonna actually switch it to Bravo, so he gets the double points in that city with Oracle. Makes much more sense overall. Yes, Star Spanky, there is a new haircut. I got a haircut. Okay, I'm gonna vote for these and then these. Is this Aurora Russia? No, he went for God of the Sea there. Double check quickly. Don't forget to pack at least one hat for your trip. I need to, right? Yes, I need to. I definitely need to. Get hats. Get a hat. CB hard versus China because of the Eureka. Yes, the requirement of total culture is quite big. 10% is big, but that also means you actually need to get through those. Romrom is 105 for culture and 74 science. He's doing quite well. He's kind of ending up with not that many cities, actually no more cities to settle. You see, unless he actually wants to expand into Mount Roraima, I'm not sure what he's gonna do over there on the coast. He's just gonna try to get taller with his cities, and that's about it. While we do have Hungary benefiting from Ancestral Hall, he's getting that extra protection towards his settlers, and the Fury Builder is gonna try to get more cities here soon. Did manage to build quite a bit of an army to go against Chengdu, and now we actually will see soon what's gonna happen. I suggest a beret is more easy to carry, and most important is steam appropriately. Man, the last time I wear a beret, my stream said no. I can actually show, I think I have it somewhere, but my stream was like no, we don't like that. I have a yellow one, you know, and oh my god, no. I guess maybe it was just me. I can wear it down. Do you guys want to see the beret, or I guess I can find it. It should be in the other room. We do have Hungary with swordsman coming up on the attack phase with the crossbows also behind him. He did manage to upgrade those, and the Gran Colombian corsas are getting behind the lines of China. We do have him moving towards the north there, while Gran Colombia does have extra movement on his units. You had biased the stream at that point. You think I had I don't know, man. Check W. Let's see if it's a different bias stream today. Let's see. And that was before Beret was nerfed. Now it should be fine. Yeah, exactly, right? Let's see. This this is what I have. I don't know, man. Look at this, man. Oh my god, like I feel funny just watching myself on the stream there. Take it out. I know it. I look at this. I turn to the left. Oh my god, man. I know this better. This better. Knock and corner. Will you take it for Paris? I mean, I can. Yeah, sure, I can take it for Paris. But I was thinking of taking like a actual hat to Paris, or maybe try to find one there. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have a surprise in Paris, and somebody's gonna get me something over there, like a special hat from Paris. Can we vote on Paris? Oh my god, Project Cisco. Good evening, sir. How are you doing? Okay, we do have multiple crouching targets coming in. Gran Colombia is gonna need to build a lot more units here, and there's these two courses of Gran Colombia are doing quite a bit of damage to the production queue of Rage. He's unfortunately going to need to build quite a few of these to deal with the threat here, but I think he should be fine. All in all, it's fine. He's going to need to move them on the front line anyway. He needed to chop them to defend against Hungary. Now Hungary over here will need to get these crossbows on the front end so he can start attacking into the Chinese defenses, and I'm pretty sure China is gonna go for men at arms and then move keep on going forward until he hits muskets. He's actually going for military science. Wait a second. Military engineering. Wait a second. You see, he wants niter. Okay, he wants niter for something. We do have Mapuche also 4 turns away from printing. He did get the upgrade for Malon Raiders, but didn't put the gold in. Gold is at a premium on their side. Unfortunately, they don't benefit from that much gold versus the opponents. Opponents are already on 260 gold, more than 260 gold a turn, while COC is barely getting that 150. We do have a TaskForceFish with 108 production. Khornie is 115, while Ulyss on Phyrsos is on 130, and Romrom is 131. Lege did manage to get to 82 versus Khornie's, I guess, 113, which doesn't actually put him on the same power level there. Yeah, even if he did manage to benefit from the beginning from extra bonuses from the amenities and so on, he needs to keep on benefiting from those bonuses if he wants to survive over here against TaskForceFish from the north and China from the west side. Now China did start to put his walls up, and these are going to give him a bit more culture and gold, not to mention a bit more production there, especially on the flat tiles. And I do see he's started to get a few more cities. I would have loved to see actually 3 more cities coming out from the cities of China to get the positioning on this river. I believe 3 cities are actually what this river can handle, like 1 city here, 1 city here, and another city over here somewhere to the east of Hattusa. Hungary has levied Zanzibar. Wait, he did? Wow. Whoa, so they know about Zanzi? Whoa, Phyrsos actually knows about Zanzi? And why did he not give it to his ally? Whoa. Oh, TaskForceFish sues that first, and okay, and that makes sense. Okay, he wanted to keep it away from TaskForceFish, not allow them to get more gold. Of course, Phyrsos does have a lot of gold per turn, and he has quite a few districts that will get the bonuses from the extra points of gold, which is nice, Hungary is so powerful, yeah, so big muscles over there, big, you know, chest and everything. Mighty Babat, is Congo producing settler because someone has us to scale and China is under pressure? I do see him getting those settlers out. He has a settler going to actually 2 settlers going to the north here. He did manage to push back the Hungarian troops while they did get a new levy. Phyrsos did upgrade most of these archers from Preslav into crossbows, which do actually deal significant damage against the Mubebas, even with the +10 on them. You can imagine without the +10 on them. In the Congress screen, we did have actually, okay, we got B and A. Looks like Let me actually take a look what happened over here. Phyrsos did manage to get a 20% faster population growth. Ranged got +5 combat strength. Very nice, very nice. And TaskForceFish gained the 2 diplo points. There is a connection here, and I do want to see if actually they know about this. Yes, they do know about this. So they know the map actually connects from one side to the other quite properly. On the seas, they probably know their opponents are benefiting from the sea control. So they need to be careful settling the seas, unless TaskForceFish is gonna commit to the coast entirely, as in tries to get the navy out, try to get those admirals, get those how to say, harbors going, and so on and so forth. This might prove as a mistake for him to settle many cities, but I guess he does. No, he does have more cities to settle on the east side. You know, like he has good cities actually to settle on the east side. Oh well. We'll see what they choose. Duralin said, Lex, good evening, big chest body show. Man, I said chest. I don't know. You imagined it yourself. I don't know what I'm saying, man. I don't know what you're saying. King Steven of Strategies. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Oh my God, your pun yesterday on Dude Your Opinions was amazing. Was on point, man. Was on point. Dude OP. Yes, exactly. Dude OP. Joe is a good singer. He is actually a good singer. He's an actor, singer, very nice. Actually, if he manages, oh man, that's something, guys. Can we convince him to do some rapping? Oh my God, it would be amazing. Can somebody give him some lyrics that he can rap on, and I will do the song for him? Oh, this is amazing. I would gladly do the song for it. Oh, he only sings old songs? I see. Well, I guess, you know, everybody has his own preferences. It is what it is, man. I can only try. At some point, I'm gonna get to find somebody, man. I'm gonna get to find somebody somewhere that gets to sing stuff. Yeah, it is what it is, man. We do need to take a look how the things will evolve here. It does seem like at the moment Ulyss has the advantage, significant advantages over his opponents. TaskForceFish still needs to scale up quite fast, and Phyrsos in the meantime did manage to scale. Romrom did kind of hit his end of the line with the city count, and he's starting to get his Grandmaster Chapel, getting a few more of these theater squares and putting down wonders. He's gonna start to get some projects in, so he gets these writers, artists, musicians maybe faster here. Campus research grants coming up from the west side. He's probably going to try to eyeball Newton over there, and also we do need to see what kind of road he's going to want to take here. He can couple his economy with Scotland's at some later point if he gets more. Oh, actually, no, sorry. He can't get over here to the south of Mapuche. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he actually coupled his economy with Hungary anyway, so it's fine. He has somebody to trade with. Look at all of that gold being generated over here. Having the coastal trade routes is amazing. Oh man. Volin did get taken over. Colombia did manage to do the damage there. We still don't have enough gold on COC to give to Mapuche, and even if he gets those units, he can't really go against somebody to do the pillages. Gran Colombia next to him did not actually get a golden age, so he's not going to benefit from an extra +5 against him. And Gran Colombia did manage to close up the south, so he doesn't let those units to pass towards Russia. So Russia is gonna get to rely entirely on the Gran Colombian defenses. We got a Gran Colombian spy coming up from Bogota, which will probably go into one of Mapuche's cities, and I don't see a spy coming up from Mapuche anywhere. The Hungarian troops are getting in. We do have Hungary coming in for these attacks, and Phyrsos is gonna try to use these crossbows strength to attack into the Chinese units. It does seem like at the moment Hungary is starting to lose a few black armies of his own. Quite unfortunate over there. China is also gonna try to oh, that's a GG.
Though its face may change.
That's a GG. They did not see how to get out of this, and that was a GG. Ulyss manages to get the win with this Pangea map, with Scotland on the front line between Kongo and Yongle. couldn't manage to get that civilization away from him, those cities away from him. Lege was too big to handle. He did manage to defend over there. I do have to point out from the beginning, unfortunately, Mapuche did lose a settler, but I don't think actually in the long scheme of things that matters so much. Phyrsos did amazing to scale over here using that ability of Hungary to levy the city-states all across the map and push his opponents around. Russia was freezing. He managed to get that going. They tried to push into China. The fact they kept on pushing China stopped the Kublai from using his seeming abilities, from getting bigger and bigger and stronger cities, even though China did manage to get, as you can see here, the city parks, the walls, pyramids. It was just an ongoing struggle for him to keep up, not only with his gold necessary generation, but also with his armies and his sim and his everything else. Even if Kongo had all of his hearts over here put into this, he had quite a bit of problems on the west side. Preslav was getting soothed by Hungary, pushing back his Nagao Mubebas. We did have him with a decent amount of land to the east side, but a bit of time to settle that. Let's see if they are actually coming for the post game chat. I'm gonna move into a channel and wait for them. They're still talking over there between themselves. It is what it is. GG, man. GG. Liege BZH. Why is Liege... wait, why is that flag white and black? Or black and white? Why is that flag black and white? I don't know. Who won? It was Ulyss that managed to get a win. Oh, it's the Brittany flag. Okay. That's a region from France, right? Brittany flag. Yeah, the one with Rennes, Brest. Okay, I see. They might not see it. Oh, maybe they can see. Yeah, that might be true. I don't know exactly what's happening. I'm just waiting for them to see what's going on. Very, very good moves, by the way, from Kongo to actually try to stop Scotland from getting in there. We did have also Sprig over here getting us wide as possible as an empire, as well as getting the armies against his opponent from the southwest to the northeast and so on and so forth. It's how to say, it was quite important for him to actually put the pressure on both Mapuche and China. You've seen how much it matters for China to actually poke China significant over there, so he doesn't actually get a free sim. And I gotta mention, I actually get to sleep earlier tonight so I can be ready for my plane. I need to wake up and like at 5 in the morning to get to the airport at like 6, but I guess it's fine. It's fine. Okay, we got Romrom going for stupas. He did finish his religion here. Oh, no, he didn't. Actually, only stupas. Okay. A very strong economy coming up from Team Ulyss. And looking at Kongo, since he was still on 5 cities, it would have taken him quite a bit of time to scale up. And I guess they did not see the end of the situation here, with Scotland coming against China doing the damage. We did have him well, trying to take a city from him, but it doesn't look like this would have happened with a knight coming out from that city center. And they're still talking with each other, by the way. Each of them are in the same channel, sorry, in different channels in the team's channel. With much pleasure, by the way, Feed Monster. Much pleasure. It was a very, very good game to cast. And oh my god, after 2 days, 3 days of problems, you can imagine I'm so happy we actually got something going here. What the? Sorry, I received a friend request and for some reason Discord thought it should give me pictures of stuff. Okay. Nantes is the regional capital of another region, de la Loire. Oh, Pays de la Loire. Wait, that's the country of Loire or something? Wait, from what I can see, let me see. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. But Rennes, right? Rennes is the capital?
Hello.
Hello and good evening.
Good evening.
You're getting big over there on the east side with Hungary, just using...
The coastal spawn with 2 jungle, what the fuck. I want to place my my district. But the spawn was good.
Well, you did
It
manage
was a
to...
very good spawn, but a bad spawn for Hungary, but I just played without bonuses for
You
a
did
long
manage to get so much gold with Russia, though.
Yeah, I think that's the play you have to do.
Yeah, we cannot put many cities, so I think we have to support the front to make a difference and then try to win military, I think.
Yeah.
I think we are ahead in terms of gold of them. I don't know how many they are doing, but we are good on the gold.
100%.
Oh, for sure. They barely hit 150 between them,
Oh, yeah.
and you were hitting 300 plus easily. Oh. I think that's one of the reasons they CC'd, because they wanted probably to upgrade on Malon Raiders, and they just realized they can't. So
We are liking strategic in early games. That was kinda hard because Russia makes no horse, and Lege and Sprig needed horses, so it was kinda hard to have in us for both front, but we managed to have it with iron and Lege going iron and then Sprig horse.
what was the reason you remapped the first one?
Mapuche, there is a Mapuche river in the middle of 3 or 4 players, so we were not happy about this.
Okay. Yeah. You didn't want
It
him
was
to riddle
Mapuche?
everybody.
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's not.
I mean, we saw Rio something and it's not Colombia, so
Chili River. It's not China, dude.
yeah, but it could have been Colombia, but Colombia was in the other end of the map, so it was Mapuche. So Mapuche between Hungary, Russia, and Scotland. I think we remap.
Yeah.
And Scotland and Russia didn't have great spawn to go.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and I remember the second map, Lege. I want to know what was your reaction when you saw they won a remap?
I was so happy, dude. I wanted to go this side to do some kind of stuff with the reliquary, Earth Goddess. It would have been so good, to be honest with you. I think I could have managed to get 400 face at the beginning of the Monumentality, so
Yeah,
it would have been so good.
it would have been amazing. I don't think you could have gotten a better spawn for Scotland there. Extra amenities, good wonder next to you, like
Yeah,
relatively free sim.
That is true. Even if you go, I wanted to go Ulyss side, but even if you go campus with Pamukkale is really, really good, of course. So it's there was a lot of option for this Scotland spawn.
Yeah. And I see you made good use of the city park here. They were feeding you all of their amenities?
Me?
Yes.
No,
That's what you
no
did? Or...
city park.
Okay.
No, it was only the golf course.
Okay, so you didn't receive the extra amenities from your allies?
Yes, they provide me early luxury. And,
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. So basically,
sorry.
your team feeded you their luxuries, and they
Yeah.
got their amenities from the city parks.
Yeah, we didn't have money, so we sent what we had, but Hungary played in -1 because they give early luxury at the beginning, but it's Scotland, so of course we do this.
Yeah. It did help out quite a bit over there, Scotland, to keep up with everything necessary. Yongle just didn't seem to be on point over there with everything. I guess it shines later on in the game.
I mean, we don't really know what to think about this pick because it was nerf. We don't know if that's strong or not. We have currently no idea what this pick can do, so we just ignore it. We
On
don't know
Yongle.
if it's a force pick or not, but they seem to think that it is, so same.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I guess it will take a few more weeks until we figure out what's gonna be stronger and what's gonna be first pick.
Scotland is definitely stronger, I think, but
They let it in. Like
yeah.
all of the I can't believe they let it in. Like all of the games in the weekend banned Scotland first. Like it was first three.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know how we got in.
Yeah, we were
And
kinda surprised to recover it on the second pick, but
Yep.
we took it.
And you know, we forgot
Yeah, we
Scotland.
forgot.
We forgot it. We were like, oh no, Yongle first pick. What's gonna be that game? We didn't know. And second later, we were like, but there is a Scotland still. And I think if we don't forget Scotland, we're gonna ban it in the first rotation. So it was pretty luck for us to not ban Scotland and get it just after. So it was really lucky.
Yeah, that's true. True. Why did you pick Russia? I was quite surprised about the Russia pick on Pangea. Was there a second option except Russia? Or?
We thought it is strong with BCY because the Russian 3-1 has a good tempo. So Spanos was correct. So I think it's as last pick, it's a good scaling pick. We were thinking about Khmer, but because of Kongo and Mapuche who have jungle and mountain bias, the river bias of Khmer make him spawn close to them. So Russia is better in this situation, I think.
You did get a little bit of Tundra there. I think this is one of the few Pangeas with as little Tundra as possible. Did you care that much or?
Russia without Tundra is okay. The problem of my spawn is I don't have many room to put cities. So sometimes I don't have anything to make in my city because I don't have 7 pop. And I already have my district and I cannot make settler.
Yeah.
So I made Granary with a Utaya to have culture.
No, that worked. That definitely worked.
Yeah, it was slow culture-wise, but I think it was okay. I could have done better on 1 or 2 things, but
And so much
had
population
some
from the
gold and
fish.
yeah, I think God of Sea is a play in the spawn.
Yeah. So we found another bug. If you declare war before the turn starts, you
Yeah,
are at war.
thank you, Sprigan.
Yeah, we can blame Spriggan for that. He's the culprit.
I guess it's fine. Yeah, you did remap that one. I guess at the end. There was a problem with if you would have kept on that map. I'm not sure if you would have gotten the Golden Ages, or some of you might have missed it.
Oh, because it would have been sooner? What's the problem with that?
Did you get it? Did you get the era score? I couldn't see. Like the observer doesn't see if you get
I
it or not.
didn't check, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. What happened with Mapuche settler? I understand he lost a settler. Sprig took it.
Sprig, explain us, please.
No, Sprig is not here anymore. He
Oh.
left.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we
It's
heard
4
him.
p.m. 4 p.m. scouts, but it's not Chandra. I think it surprised a lot
Oh.
of people.
Yeah, maybe he took it because 4 PM scout. Ouais, maybe. I didn't saw it as well, but
And he has very good first move.
I just last move and first move the super.
Well played, Sprigan.
So
Yeah,
it wasn't
very
escorted.
good.
Okay.
No. I was waiting and just last move.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it makes a huge difference because the settler still allows Sprig to use less strategic and to give it in early to Lege. So
Yep.
if he doesn't take the settler, maybe Mapuche has more units and we need more strategic on Colombia, and therefore we have problem of strategic on the other front. So yeah, it was a very, very huge settler steal.
Yeah.
Wow, Shimamul are so nice. Free culture tile. In
Yeah, and
Mapuche
it
land.
have been a small buff. One production on a civil, I think.
Yep.
2 free. Very good. I think with lion could have.
Yeah, but you need food in your
Yeah,
land.
yeah,
It's always
yeah,
the same.
yeah.
But I think with food, young Mapuche is very strong. Greenland with fertility rates. It's insane.
Yeah, nice builder from my fertility rights. I don't know if you saw
I
Michael,
did.
but I was like, oh fuck, I was sure it was something like this coming up for me. And after they pillaged me 2 times my golf plaza, they pillaged me my campuses too. What the fuck? These guys.
Yeah, they were
So good.
sending scouts everywhere.
I think initiation rights was better. I mean, in your position, it's so good. You can
Oh.
just spam in it and you get so much value from it, and you go monumentality and it boosts you.
I think it's not the play when I go free campuses, incumbent at Golf Plaza before turn 30. It's 10 culture.
But you can change your mind.
Oui, yes, I can do everything. But I think my paintbrush was okay with the number of districts I made. I had a lot of tempo of culture in the
Yeah, I
beginning.
think Pen and Brush was good, but
But I think even if you stay in Pen and Brush, maybe you can
Yeah,
take
that was-
initiation rights, you get the warrior, you stack like 600 face, and when you get the
Chapelle?
Grandmaster Chapel,
Ouais. Yeah, that's not
t'as
too
un
bad.
deuxième souffle dans la game.
Yeah, second breath.
Second ou même
Yeah, I
une,
think
ou
initiation
même
rate
une
Pen and
menu,
Brush
même
was
une
good.
menu de ZMR, en mode tu chopes tout, tu rescale.
Or you can just buy a scientist or general or
Nah,
things with face as
Ah
well.
non,
I
ça
think
plus, ça plus.
Bah
I
ça
think
dépend, non? Si tu
it's
sais qu'il y aura un
something
truc...
C'est vraiment...
I agree with you about the chapel because at my timing I was like I don't want to get foreign ministry and I don't want the intelligence. So I was like if I had some face could have been very good. And I think initiation right was better, but I was on cattle at the beginning on Sterling, so it was 4-1, and I was like 2 builder in the beginning. Was
Oh, you were on
very good.
Cattle, okay. Then if you are on Cattle, I think it's okay.
Yeah,
Because
was on
one
Cattle.
extra voice in
Extra food.
Capital. And Builder, but bon.
And builder and builder. No
Builder
more.
for Congo.
And builder for Congo. Okay, it was okay game. You played well, and I think it was easier game for us. But I don't know.
I don't know, it's easier because...
Oh, it's pretty
Yeah.
simple. I have to defend. Colombia has to grief. Hungary is backline with you and
Oh,
can
no, yeah,
grief easily.
simple in terms of game plan, you say.
Yes,
mean.
yes, yes. After mechanics, I could have been killed easily, of course.
Yeah, because I think they have a shot to kill you. Maybe they didn't have enough strategic, I don't know. Or Congo, ouais. Congo just sent 3 or 4 units, or he did all in?
3 or 4. 3 or
Okay.
4 with a general.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
2 at the beginning, a general, and then he hard built one in that forward city and sent it. He just wanted to be there to force Scotland to make some units, not really do that much.
Yeah, but with the China God of Forge next to me, I
Yeah.
was already in building unit terms.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he add a relic? Because he have a Pantheon
He did.
before Russia, so
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah, he did get a relic
Okay.
from the beginning. Yeah, it's still it just wasn't enough production overall. He tried to go against Hattusa. Hattusa survived, which was, I guess, quite a bit of a problem for his tempo. He got walls and got swordsman, and then he lost a few horses that maybe could have been used against against Scotland.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was doing because at a point I didn't know where was his unit, and I think I have a shot to pressure him more in the beginning, but
Yeah.
I don't have the sight, and we lack of strategic. It's always the same.
Always a problem, yeah.
Anyway, GG, and thank you for the cast, Michael.
GG, was my pleasure. Was a great game to cast over there, and see you at the Sivlan.
Yeah,
Everybody's
see
coming, right?
you.
Phyrsos, Romrom, Lege, yeah.
Me no, but
Romrom.
the other one.
So Phyrsos,
Oh,
Spriggan, and Chuck for Ulyss team. Romrom is not coming.
I see.
He got punished.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Romrom.
finished.
Romrom hates us.
I don't like them, so.
Oh
no.
no.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
Oh
No,
no!
we convert you. We convert
Wow.
you. It's fine.
Oh.
We give you something to like. It's fine.
Anyway, GG and have a nice evening. Bye bye.
GG, well played, man.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye. So there we have it, boys. We heard from the side of Ulyss. Unfortunately, change of circumstance did not join us in the channel, so they give us their opinion of what happened over there. They did stand in their channel quite a bit. They probably bounced around a few ideas of what could have been better and what could have been done to do things much better in these situations. Of course, we've seen also how Scotland did manage to get the bonuses going. He was getting fed those amenities of his allies, and they did use Liang as much as possible to get those amenities on their side, keep their citizens happy with the city parks. We did have Sprig managing to take a settler from Mapuche, which was quite big in their tempo, and you've seen how much it hurt actually Mapuche over there, standing on only 3 cities versus Colombia getting 6, and also keeps on growing. Colombia was managing to keep him at bay on the southwest and also attacking into China in the north. Hungary and Russia did manage to get the economy for their games. They were getting that economy to upgrade as much as possible. The units of Scotland on the front line, and using Hungary to attack with the city-states, managing to levy quite a few city-states. Got Zanzibar, got Preslav, got La Venta over here to attack into China, and pushing as much as possible their opponents so they can't keep up with the necessary things to do in the sim area. This was Ulyss going against change of circumstance. We had Ulyss getting the win tonight, and we're going to see what will happen in the next part of the tournament. Two big things will happen, of course, in the next few days. One of them, it's going to be me flying to Sivlan. On Wednesday, I'm going to get a plane towards Paris, and I'm going to take quite a few pictures over there, maybe try to make some movies. I'm going to share as much as possible on Discord and on my Twitter. Be sure to follow OnSpotTV live over there on Twitter. I believe you can actually have a command for that. If you don't follow Twitter, please do so. Let's see. Do I have a yes, I do have a command on that. Yeah, you can also join me on my Discord to not only see what happens over there on the journey, and of course quite a few pictures, and I will try as much as possible to write a few things, but also get announcements about the LAN. I believe we did have a picture for the LAN, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second so I can go over there. We were having this as a channel, Paris LAN 2023. This picture was shared earlier by Colo. They did manage to get quite a few graphics, very nice, by the way, from them. And the whole event will start on 1500, that's Paris time, so 1400 GMT. Every one of these hours is actually with a +1 versus GMT. So 1500 is actually 1400, 1900 is 1800, and so on and so forth. The first round will be on Friday on 1400 GMT. Then we're gonna have later on tonight the FFA, the 2 versus 2 and the FFA. I'm gonna try to see exactly, of course, which player is gonna play which, and so on and so forth. We're gonna have a quiz time. We're gonna have an IRL party on Sunday, on Saturday, and you can see the final over there is gonna be much earlier in the day on Sunday, because we are gonna need to hit the time limit. Actually, we can't stay as much as possible, and we want to avoid what happened last year at the event. We went a little bit overboard with the timings over there. We're sorry, but yeah, it happened. Hopefully it's not gonna happen today. We got a sponsor also. Instant Gaming has been and I don't know if I can share, but I know they are sponsoring how to say, I don't know if I can share the sum, but I know they're sponsoring the prize for the tournament. And also, of course, you see eSport Paris over there. We got, I hope we're going to actually get, how to say, 2K EU or something like that, or 2K France to retweet some of the events happenings and so on. You know, anybody can hope. We're going to need to see. And maybe later on, we're going to have the reveal of what kind of prize pool we're going to have for the tournament. Fremont and so on. I can't wait to again get to knock some beers with the boys over here and share some stories. Have a good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for everything, for the follows, for the subs, for the support. I hope we're gonna see each other at the Civ LAN over there, and of course be on the stream over here on Friday. We're gonna start up with the next stream, and in the meantime we can keep on talking on Discord and share some ideas. I do have to mention, if you do want to take a look at the schedule, Discord is the best place to watch. That is the most updated one, and hopefully we're also gonna get to share those stories. Have a good evening. Bye.